Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Whimsical
Yes.
Travelers of Fate. Motherfucker. To the
Hi.
Whimsical Travelers of Fate. I am Mags. I am the DM for tonight. I also play Brooke. And I have my co DM.
Hello, I'm Silthrow301. I am the co-DM for Mags here, where I basically just DM for her character, Brooke Tempest, and yeah, I also play Tyrus Rashad as a player, a human sorcerer bard, and I am here to fuck shit up and actually go to sleep right now because Tyrus is exhausted.
And then we have everyone's favorite paladin.
I am Gadri Stormhammer, played by Ryu Momochi here on Twitch, aka Goddammit Matt.
Yep.
And our angel.
Sorry, I'm eating. Hi, my name is Faye. I play Althera, the half elf, half Yuan-Ti, bard warlock. Yeah.
And then we have Inca.
Hi, I'm Nevi. I play Inca, the Minotaur cleric.
So, I will give us a recap, and I'm going to give a quick briefing on Nevi. Nevi is going to be taking a little bit of a break. So, once Nevi leaves, Yerlin's going to take the spot. We are unsure when Nevi will return, because I'm unsure how long these chucklefucks are going to take to finish this arc.
It'll be fine.
It'll
It won't be
fine.
too long.
So
Nevi, you got most 2 weeks.
Eh.
Okay, so I'll be back in 2 months.
So, last we left off on the Whimsical Travelers of Fate, the team had been attacked by 3 Salads and 3 Killer Well, and the boat became extremely damaged. Brooke became badly injured, Althera got infected, Inca almost died, and Lilith somehow slept through it all. Upon finishing up the fight, Yerlin appeared on the boat as a couple of the other members of the Syrian Channel community had come by and taken care of the rest of the whales. Yerlin looked to everyone and saw that they needed rest, relaxation, and repairs for their boat, and offered to give them aid. Suspicious as they were, they accepted the help and were teleported under the water to an unknown location. They are unsure how deep and how far away they are from their boat. Everyone except Brooke was given crystals around their neck in order to enchanted crystal chokers to essentially be able to breathe underwater, though they don't know who exactly has the ability to turn this ability off for them. They nonetheless seem to trust these people. Yerlin had put everyone into a room. Althera and Brooke went to explore while Tyrus and Gadri were... Well, they went to go eat. Tyrus had fallen asleep on the floor. Gadri was in bed. After telling Tyrus to take their bed while they explored, Brooke and Althera walked around the area that they were left in and noticed there was a few people, but it was kind of empty around. Upon getting back, they found Yerlin sitting Gadri and Tyrus at a table, scolding Tyrus for sleeping in the girls' room, but also scolding Gadri for kicking Tyrus out of the room. Such a meanie. While Inca was...
Horrible person.
While Inca was in her room resting up, and Yerlin has offered to show everyone around after they get a long rest. She asked Tyrus if it would be all right she asked David Hasselhoff if it would be all right if she moved him to a different location so that he didn't sleep on the floor, nor did he taint the purity of the females' rooms. Tyrus, in his sleepy exhaustion has agreed and left with Yerlin to an unknown location from the others. No, barely any spell slots left. No luck. I think it's like 2 sorcery points left.
1.
1 sorcery point left. And no form of communication.
Nope.
A very, very smart move on Tyrus' end.
Hey, he's tired. Give him a break. He needs one.
No breaks.
Also, should mention, Mags, you need to change the Twitch game title and all that.
Yeah, it says New Orleans. New Orleans by night.
What? It should be on the Whimsical Travelers.
Nope, it says... Oh, now it's
it
going to
is.
go. There we go.
Huh. Weird.
That's all.
Anyway, so that is where we last left off. We're going to start up with Inca to see if there's anything Inca wishes to do. As you begin to wake up after 4 hours to... You had moved something in front of the door, but you appear to have waken up to see a young elvish woman, the same crystal around her neck as she smiles at you, holding what appears to be a medical bag, as you realize that she is starting to pack things away. And she smiles and says, "My, you are quite the sleeper. How
Matt,
are you feeling?"
we hear all...
Sorry.
It's all good. It sounds good.
Anka is, from the moment she woke up, you seen immediately that she was tense. And if it wasn't for the fact that she saw the medical bag, she would have punched this girl in the face. So yeah, she just, like, holds her hand to suppress her instincts. It just goes, "How did you get in here?"
Don't worry about that, dear. Are you all right? I tended to what wounds were left on you. Made sure that the disease was fully out of your system.
The mention of disease, she scratches her arm. It's like a phantom itch. Just goes, "Where are the others?"
Miss Althera, Miss Brooke, Sir, Mr. Gadry Stormhammer, and are all in their rooms. Mr. David Hasselhoff has left with your Lynn to sleep in a different location.
David, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to Brooke's room. And she's
You
gonna
wish-
get out of bed and
You wish to be
Go across
shown
the
to...
hall.
You wish to be shown to Miss Brooke's room.
yes, Miss Brooke's room.
You turn around and
Okay.
you see that the door is still barricaded as she looks at it. And she looks back towards you.
I think he's just gonna move the barricade.
She shows you to the room and knocks on the door. Brooke and Althea are at the moment sleeping. Upon hearing the door knock, Althea, you have the highest passive perception. Would you wake up to a knock on the door? Althea?
You're muted.
Yes, I
Oh.
would. Her ears would kind of twitch first, and then she'd slowly get up from bed, like, "Oh, Izzy." But she'd open the door.
You open the door and you find that there is an unfamiliar elf smiling down at you as she bows a bit and goes, "I am sorry, Miss Althea, but your friend wishes to speak with Miss Brooke." She moves aside for Inca.
Oh, Anka, is something wrong?
Yes, I need to speak with the captain. Is she awake?
I'll let you answer that question. And just kind of a smile.
As you move for Inca to enter, Inca, you enter and you see Brooke laying on her back. A bit of drool on her face as you see shapes in her hair just kind of flowing around.
She chuckles, seeing like Brooke drooling in her sleep. Just goes over and pokes her cheek.
She scrunches up her face as she begins to blink her eyes open and just looks at Inca. She takes in seeing Inca and you see her like looking around a bit and goes, "You know, normally people wake me up with a snack." And she starts sitting up.
Wait, you cut out there. Normally people wake up with a what?
Normally people wake me up with a snack in hand. As she starts sitting up, like, because Althea and Gadry have both done it before.
Mm-hmm.
Inga just goes, I didn't bring any food with me, and I'll remember that for next time.
Is there something wrong, Inka? Are you alright?
She looks back at the door. Is the elf still there?
So the door's open, but you don't see her there. She seems to be standing in the hallway to give you all privacy.
Inga's gonna go in and close the door. And then barricade the door.
Oh my god.
Starts moving the bed with Brooke on it.
Right? It's like.
Bro just blinks, looking at this confused. Inka, you're starting to worry me.
Well, frankly, I think you're a bit too relaxed. I barricaded my door and she still somehow got in.
Well, teleportation spells aren't crazy.
And yet you're peacefully sleeping in here. No, okay, no. Deep breath. Calm down. Her tail is like wagging behind her crazily. She's still irritated despite the fact that she's trying to be calm. She goes, I need to leave. I can't be down here.
Do you not like being under the water?
I don't like that we don't know where we are, and these rooms are really small, and I'm very big, and at any point we could totally drown, and I'm panicking, and I don't want to panic. I don't want to die, Brooke.
Brooke kind of like places her hand on her shoulder. She's like, calm down. I can cast water breathing on you if you're worried about that.
I need to leave.
Alright.
I want to see my family. I didn't like how close to death I got before, and that feeling of that shit beneath my skin.
Do you know where you're...
I want to go home.
Where are you from?
I know my family is in Zorhas. They're in that city with the monsters.
Asarius.
Yes, that one.
See Brooke kind of think for a moment and goes, that's quite a ways away.
Yeah. And she's gonna like sit on the floor and hug her knees. It's like the most vulnerable you've ever seen her.
Althera's gonna instantly go over and start like comforting her, like kind of petting her arm and hugging her, like, it's okay, let it out.
Brooke's looking at her like, you are not about to burst into tears underwater, right? I don't even think that works.
It's like I didn't realize. Like, I've almost died so many times back in the army. This isn't the first time. But this was the first time I've felt so defenseless about it. I don't like that.
She kind of thinks for a moment as she looks out there and goes, alright, Inka, how badly do you want to see your family?
Very badly. I do not want to leave this world without having ever seen my family again. And as much as I love you guys, all the bullshit we go through, that is definitely gonna happen sooner rather than later. I need to see my family.
Althera, no, not... Well, Althera, your passive perception would pick this up. Inka, your insight would pick this up. When you say you don't want to leave this world without seeing your family again, you can feel that definitely hit something in Brooke. As she kind of rubs her hands a bit nervously and goes, I spoke with Vysoren, and I haven't told Tyrus about this yet. I've briefly mentioned it to Gadri. But I have a way to go to Jorhas at any point.
You what?
You can get me to Zorhas?
Yes, when Vysoren was here, I asked him for the teleportation circle that's in Rosanna. I made a promise that I would return at some point to Jorhas if he called off the people that were looking for me. And, I need you to understand that if I send you there, I will give you a letter to state that you're not a threat. But I don't know 100% how well they'll take this.
Remember correctly, Zarhas doesn't like other religions, right?
No, very much not. It is quite literally against their law. In the
Well, that seems
Empire,
quite bigoted.
it is. In the Empire, if you're caught worshipping, it's a slap on the wrist, jaywalking kind of. Maybe like a night or two in jail. This is a punishment situation.
Okay, I will have to be very careful with my magics while I'm over there then.
Magic
and hide your holy
isn't.
symbol.
And that too.
If you hide your holy
Oh.
symbol and you simply say that you get your powers from the great Luxon, they shouldn't question it.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to watch over my shield while I'm gone.
She
No,
blinks.
there, try picking it up.
Roll
Go
strength.
ahead.
Doesn't it have a
Yeah.
wait? Doesn't
It
it have a
has a-
strength restriction?
It has a strength restriction on it. Yeah.
What is the strength restriction?
That is
Hold
a
on.
4. She's
I'm
like, oh
pulling
yes,
it
of
up.
course, and she's gonna try and pick it up. Like,
You try to pick it up, and you can feel every
You have to
muscle
have
in
a
your
15
body.
in strength to pick it up.
So you feel every muscle in your body start to tense a bit.
The gadget can
As-
use it.
And as you're straining a bit and you're kind of frustrated at this and you're staring down at it, Brooke looks to Inca and says, so I can write you a letter of recommendation, and if I bring out the tiny hut, I'll be able to send you off. We should probably tell the others, though.
Okay. Okay. It's good. It's good. I'm gonna see my family again. I'm gonna see Mother. She's gonna, get up, wipe the imaginary dust off her pants, and unbarricade the door.
As you unbarricade the door and you open it up, you see the elf woman. She's standing in the hallway. You see her she's kind of fiddling with her bag, making sure that she has all of her medical supplies, trying to look busy. She feels a bit awkward just standing here. She looks to you and smiles. Is everything all right?
I'm gonna narrow her eyes and just goes, as a fellow healer, I respect you, but as a person, you people creep me out.
She gives a smile and goes, that's perfectly understandable. Everyone's a bit worried when they come here at first, but eventually everything's fine.
Uh-huh. Just gonna turn around, go to the boys' room.
Start knocking on the
door.
Gadry, what are you doing?
Dying slowly but surely. Let's see here.
It's like 1 hour at a time.
Yeah.
Gadry, this is the third time someone is banging on the door and waking you up.
What?
Did you open the door? Or are you saying that
Yeah.
from your bed?
No, Gadry's went open the door. What?
No, well, aren't you tired? I'm leaving.
Where are we going?
No, I'm going. You staying.
I'm confused.
I'm going home. Brooke gonna help me go meet my family.
We're going to your home. Got it.
No, I'm going to my home. You're staying here.
I'm going to be sending her to Jorhas, and the cleric kind of clears her throat and goes, I'm sorry? You're leaving? That's so
I'm
sad.
leaving. You can hang out with my friends.
She looks towards
But not too
Althera.
close.
She gives a smile.
Althea smiles back politely.
And was just gonna pull Althera closer to her.
We would hate to see you go, but Those who wish to
Much.
leave are not forced to stay. But are you sure you are well enough? When I checked,
Fine.
she gives like almost a sad smile. She says, "You're fine here," and she kind of like gestures to your body, and she goes, "But here you seem hurt," and she kind of like points to to her heart.
And that's why I'm leaving. Please, please, Gadget, please, for the love of all that is holy. Through the power of everything Everlight, please watch over everyone. Like, don't let whatever those people have going on in their heads happen to the rest of the people, please.
Gadry will nod a little bit and he'll go, okay, we're going to Jar House. Gotcha.
Oh god.
Brooke Brooke kind of like moves Inca to the side as she walks up and goes, "Gadry, do me a favor and say, bye, Inca. See you soon.
I ain't gonna see you soon.
Now go to bed." And she closes the door in Gadry's face.
Your thumb.
Wait, why wasn't
I'll sleep
Tyrus
right
in
then and there.
What?
Tyrus, why wasn't he in there? I thought the boys were put together.
The cleric elf raises her hand and goes, "I told you, Miss Yerlin has moved him to a different location."
Althera's gonna look up at Anka. She's like, Tyrus is being pouty.
Ah, okay.
He will then
That's how
sleep
I
in the
said
same bed.
goodbye. Well, if he survives, he can have my bed. Because I'm not using it anymore. You two stay together, though. No separate. The boys can handle themselves.
Brooke kind of puffs her cheeks and he's like, "I can handle myself, Inca."
Yes, but you're both squishy, and these people are creepy. Please stay together.
Tyrus is squishy.
And creepy.
He's already died like 3 times. Please stay together.
I've died twice. Well, technically, this is my 3rd time. And you see the cleric lady's just nervously sweating, like unsure of what's going on. As Scully, out of curiosity, is Fate supposed to be in the tavern, or has Fate followed Tyrus?
Fate follow Tyrus. You can grab the token.
Okay. So, Brooke looks to Inca and goes, "We'll need a flat surface," as she is looking at all these tables.
Immediately just easily starts chucking tables away.
The cleric
Stand
lady
She
on
wouldn't
the floor.
actually chuck it. She would push them. She's not gonna give them a reason to be mad at you guys while she's gone.
No. You're supposed to stand on the table.
So as you start moving everything away, you hear kind of like in the back look to you and go, someone looks at you and goes, "Oh, are you leaving?" As you see a middle-aged Triton man look to you.
Yes.
Is this the Triton man that saved us?
No, this is the one that served you and Brooke food.
Oh. Althera's gonna smile and say, "Oh, it's you! Good morning."
Good morning. It's only been a couple hours.
Yes, but it's still morning.
How are you so sure about that? And he gives you a smile, and you consider you don't know what time it is.
Hey,
Yeah,
stop
she
flirting.
does.
I'm trying to go home.
She's not flirting. She's like, wait. She's gonna look at Brooke like, is it morning?
I have no idea. As Brooke casts Tiny Hut and then starts drawing in the dryish area, the circle. A bit nervous now. As she stops right before the circle is complete and grabs a piece of paper and a pen and starts writing out a letter of introduction to one, Visorin, and 2, to the goblin that had helped her with instructions to help Inca get to Asarius, and Brooke would write soon. Sorry for the inconvenience. And she looks to Inca and hands her the 2 letters and goes, and holds up one and goes, "This needs to be in your hand, holding it up when you teleport in, alright?
Okay.
Say you wish to speak with Visorin Thalis on the matters of Brook of Den Miram."
Got it.
And then this, and she holds up the second one. "You want to speak with the with this I think her title is the Sibyllus?"
Syphilis, okay.
hold on.
The simplest.
I heard
Sh-
syphilis.
Simple
Like
plan.
over here, like, oh, you want gonna give her syphilis?
I heard simplest.
I'm going to fucking punch you all in the face. Why is it not? You wish to speak with one of the with the head of Den Miram herself? A letter to her from Brooke, explaining why you need to make your way to Asarius. Alright?
Got it.
I can't promise you that you're going to be safe on the other side, Inka. You know that, right?
Can't promise I'll be safe anywhere.
You see her kind of like nervously fiddling with the chalk as she kneels down, as she looks to you and says, you have the ability to prepare the spell to contact us, right?
Which spell is that again?
Sending.
Do I have sending?
It is a cleric spell, and clerics switch out their spells every long rest.
Okay, then yes.
Alright, well, when you see your family again, and you're ready to come back, let me know, alright?
I will. And please, stay safe. Don't drink any of the Kool-Aid.
You see Brooke kind of think for a moment.
Here, Inka.
Inka, they don't have alcohol here.
That's even worse.
I know.
cold.
It's actually quite pleasant.
Oh god, you're gonna be their first target. Don't leave
Probably.
her alone, Brooke.
Brooke looks to Inka and she gives her a smile and she gives Inka a hug.
Inka hugs her back. Real tight, picking her up a bit. You know the hugs out there too. I would have missed you guys. I would have missed you cooking.
What should I tell
I'll miss
Ixtal?
you.
Yeah, tell Ixtal that I'll be back for that booty and that Tyrus isn't allowed to touch it.
What?
The
Like,
what?
she's just so confused now. She's like, what? What?
It's-
He ain't allowed to touch your booty either.
Essentially, Inka is telling us to tell Ixtal that they will be missed and they will be back to go back to courting them.
Yeah.
And that Tyrus is not allowed to court Ixtal while she's gone.
Oh, I can handle that.
Alright.
Be a good distraction. But not too good a distraction.
Anyway,
Alright? I don't want to come back and find babies on the boat.
the only baby that
No,
will
no,
be
no.
on the boat is a tiny little minotaur elf.
What? I ain't pregnant.
Well, of course you're not, but who's to say
I'm pregnant? Can Ixtal get pregnant? Can
Brooke
male
finishes the
paladins get
circle. Go
pregnant?
ahead and jump in. And she kind of like gestures to you, and it's only going to stay open for a second, Inka. You better hurry.
She stops and is still confused. Oh god, what if Ixtal's pregnant?
Is that why they've been
Good luck with the
moody?
baby.
Thank you, thank you, Nevi, for being here. We hope to see you soon.
Love you,
Yeah.
Navi.
Okay, try not to
Maybe.
take 2 months to come back from the Searing channel, please. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.
See you next year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put so many mimics on the boat while you're gone.
Nah.
Nuh-uh.
All right. Now, Althea, you have been left alone with Brooke as Brooke looks to you and goes, I am worried, but I think I still need sleep. Just a little while longer. Althea, you're feeling rested. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to sleep a bit more. Do not leave this area, please.
How come Tyrus gets to leave?
I didn't even want Tyrus to leave.
Alright, I wanted to do a bit of exploring, but if it would make you feel more comfortable for me not to, I won't.
The area that we have already explored, that's near the tavern. You can you can continue wandering around there, but do not wander far away from this area. All right?
I promise I won't get kidnapped,
The cleric-
eaten, enslaved.
The cleric slowly
or-
raises her hand. I could show her around.
Please, 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 please.
Brooke looks at her and looks at Althera like, did Inca not just tell you?
It went in one big ear and out the other big ear, and she's like, but she's nice, and I
Mom.
can handle myself in a fight. as
Mom,
you
I
know.
promise I'll be back when the street lights are on.
Literally.
Brooke looks to this lady, takes a deep breath, replacing her hand on this lady's shoulder, leaning in and going, if something happens to her, I swear to God, I will burn your whole village down. And starts walking to her room. You see the cleric lady sweating nervously now, Althera.
Did I hear Brooke threaten her?
I mean, you got a passive perception of 18.
Yeah. Althera's gonna walk Brooke Lee, and she's like, can we please not threaten our hosts?
Brooke slams the door shut, like, fuck you.
Alright then. So, what's your name?
You see her kind of like trying to recompose herself. Yes, I'm sorry. My name is Thalen.
Thalen, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thaylin.
Althera's a smile. She's like, it's nice to meet you, Thalen.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Miss Althera.
Just Althera's fine, no miss.
As you wish. And she opens up the door and you two start to walk out. We're going to go over to the second map, where Tyrus,
Well,
you dumbass. I mean, where you are, your eyes have been drifting from open to close as you start to realize that you're getting to a point where you're walking through these docks, twists and turns on the docks, and you find that you are in an area unfamiliar to you. You look back and you have no idea how you got here. But the
nothing
area
new
that
for the today.
the area you see is bustling. There's many different people of different races walking around. You see some Tritons, you see some you see Tridents, you see Swaggin, you see elves, humans, all different sorts of races. You see children running around and playing games. You see underwater creatures being treated as pets. Someone's got a starfish on their hand, chatting with it as they walk by. They're all waving to your lens. Some people are staring at you. Some of the kids stop and they kind of hide behind something or their parents as they look towards you, for you are a newcomer. Everyone is in very basic clothing. There is nothing flashy about the area, nothing that stands out like crazy. It just seems like a simple village. As your Lynn is walking with you.
All right. I don't have anything on me, do I? Okay, cool. I was gonna do a thing that Tyrus usually does when he spots kids. He tries to give them a little something to kind of make their day, but he doesn't really have anything on him.
Your Lynn smiles and goes, "Do you have any questions for me so far?"
I'm sure I do. I apologize. I'm just a little too out of it right now. I haven't slept since yesterday, and yeah.
Well, that is no good. We should definitely get you to your new residence until we can find you something more permanent.
More permanent.
Well, yes, I assume that you and your friends will be staying for some time.
Best not to probably put all your chips in that hand.
She kind of gives you a small blink, looking a bit confused, and she goes, "All right, well, If you're simply here to see our lovely place, I must warn you, people who tend to visit tend to find that they come from harsh realities and tough backgrounds. People who are happy don't tend to come through here. Only people who have had hardship in their life. And they
Tyrus
find
just
peace.
Tyrus gives a small chuckle as he says quietly, likely knowing that Yerlin will hear him say this. He goes, "Yeah, who is really happy anyway?"
Everyone here, and she gestures around you. We're all very happy here now.
By the way, I know that I might have seemed a bit upset at Gadry. That was more me messing with him. He didn't actually kick me out of the room.
Oh, I'm aware.
You're aware that our captain let me sleep in that room, and Gadry didn't actually kick me out?
I am aware that the captain had allowed it, but it still doesn't make it right. I will be having a chat with her afterwards. And yes, I do understand that Gadry did not kick you out of the room, Mr. David Hasselhoff.
Alright, good, because, he is a dick. Pardon my French, but don't want to basically put any false pretenses out there.
You are quite easy to read. Like all of your other friends. That's how I see it. The sadness in all of your eyes.
We've had a long, arduous journey. But if I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
The past can definitely make you who you are today.
What about you?
Hmm?
What about you? What's your past?
You see her open her mouth to say something, and you see her kind of think for a moment and goes, well, I arrived here in the Searing Channel with Mr. Diglis, and I can't quite remember what my worries were. I just know that I'm very happy here, and I was named the Oracle of the Searing Channel and Speaker of Vakoto.
You don't remember much of anything before here?
I know I had a sad life. I know I was very distraught when I first got here. But over time, I found peace. I found a home. And look at everyone. She smiles as you see more kids swimming by. Again, some people are giving you sideways looks because you are the newcomer.
And Tyrus just kind of shrugs off. He's used to it.
I am very glad that I came here. There's no worries.
That's probably exactly why I'm worried. But I'm willing to give this place a chance. If not for the fact that you and your friends have come to our aid, without us asking for it. And we do appreciate your assistance with that danger.
She nods as you both stop in front of a home, and she goes, you shall stay here for now.
Looks up at it.
It seems very mundane. It looks as if it may be almost like a townhouse. It looks like there's two different houses that are attached to it as she looks at you and says, you may stay in this one, and she points to the right one as she walks up and knocks on the door. A tiefling gentleman opens the door and looks towards you. He still bears the same crystal. He has silverish hair with the skin you think is bluish, more blue than green, but you're unsure as everything has sort of a blue tint to it. Their horns are, their left horn is pristine, their right horn is broken. As they look to you and they smile and they look at Yerlin. As she smiles and goes, this is Ro. Ro here Ro here lives at the moment alone. He is still yet to find a suitor, and maybe, she smiles a bit wider. She goes, now that we have Miss Althera, a famous matchmaker, perhaps we will find him someone just yet. But for now, he is our local, clothing maker. Ro. And you see her...
Tyrus gives a warm smile and a nod as he, respectful nod to him in acknowledgement. And, Ro, huh? Kind of surprised you're a suitor, good-looking guy like you. Haven't found anyone yet.
They shrug a little in a it happens kind of thing, as Yerlin smiles, and you see her moving her hands and translating for you as this tiefling doesn't seem to speak.
Oh.
Yerlin smiles towards them as she starts signing and speaking at the same time, saying, Ro, this is Mr. David Hasselhoff. Him and his friends needed aid when they were attacked. He will be staying here for now, as we do not have any more rooms to hold this many people. The tiefling nods, signing back to her translating for you, saying that he says that he welcomes you as his guest, and it is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. David Hasselhoff.
Tyrus goes ahead and gives a more respectful bow to him, and it's a pleasure to meet you as well. Recognizing that Ro can't speak, he figures a gesture would be more meaningful than just saying it.
Yerlin gestures you to go inside, and Ro welcomes you into their home. She, as before the door closed, Yerlin tells you, I will be back in a few hours in order to bring you back to your friends and show you home. Well, possibly your new home. We'll meet with the ones who have saved you, and we'll take a look at the specific areas that help the community in major impacting ways. And then we shall meet with the counselors and see what exactly the usefulness is that you guys, that you and your friends could provide to the community. She gives a small bow before she starts walking off.
Gives her a wave goodbye before he turns to Ro. Gives him a warm smile, but, doesn't hide the fact that he looks tired. Kind of like, just so that Ro understands that is basically what he's looking to do right now, is just go get some sleep.
They look to you as they take both of their arms and place it over their chest, almost like a casket. Like your hands would be, a vampire's hands would be in the casket, as they touch their upper chest and visibly relaxes their shoulders in a very, you kind of get the idea that they're asking you, rest?
He blinks for a moment, takes a moment to actually think that before he kind of gives a nod. He reaches up and kind of rubs an eye to, show, tired exhaustion, rubbing eyes.
He smiles and gestures for you to follow him as they make their way to a spare bedroom in the back. You can see that around them is simple fabrics and such, sewing materials, some loose buttons and such, different kinds. You can tell that a lot of the materials are... Some seem of Taldorian make, some seem of menagerie. You've been around long enough to notice people's attire in the world in the areas that you have traveled. But nonetheless, they show you to a room. It is, again, a very simple room. A bed, a stand for you to put your... put any clothing and such. They bring out a simple pair of pants and a nice loose shirt as they hand them to you to rest in for the night.
Sorry, give me a second.
Who fed the cats?
Forge did the thing where it logged me out while I was in game and just would not load anything, so I have to relog in. Give me a second.
I will take this moment to say thank you, Random Fast Reader, for all of the subs you drop. We appreciate you. And why is there a giant head padding Gadry? What the fuck? When did that happen?
So Twitch has they're called power-ups.
Ah.
And it cost 30 bits for me to do that, and that was totally worth it.
Well, thank you for the bits.
Come on.
Is there anything you want to do while you're waiting for this to load you in?
There is something that Tyrus is going to do once he is alone, but I need to check my spell slots for that, and that's one of the things that didn't load, so give me 1 second.
Privacy.
So they close the door, and they leave you to it. You look around. You have a moment to yourself to think. Your spell slots, you have a 2nd level spell, 3 3rd level spells, 3 4th level spells.
If you're looking at D&D Beyond, those are not accurate.
No. I'm looking here in Foundry. What spell are you hoping to cast?
Alarm.
Alarm? You have the ability to cast Alarm because Alarm is a 1st level spell and you can use higher levels. You want to use your 2nd spell slot?
Yep, I'm going to use the spell slot for that. I'm in the game now.
Okay. Set up the alarm cube and you lay down to get some rest.
Yep, he is going to take a moment. He's going to take the moment that he's given to pull out his spool of silver thread, and he starts laying it down along the edges of the room. And he basically runs it all around. If there's a window, he makes sure that's covered. Doorway definitely covered. He basically encircles the entirety of the room as best he can. I'm assuming it's no longer than
No, it's not a very big room.
Yeah, rooms are usually not bigger than 20 square feet.
Yeah, it's not a very big room. You do notice as you're doing that and you finish up and you take a deep breath, something's on your bed.
Looks over to it.
It's Fate.
Smiles
looking at you, tail wagging like, how could you leave me?
He smiles to her, goes over and just starts, doing the, just like scritches behind the ears as he, welcomes her back to his side and goes, it's always good to see you. And I'm also gonna trigger the alarm to be silent, and he is going to make it to where anyone, not just anyone that he doesn't recognize, but anyone at all besides him and Fate can trigger it.
All right, noted.
But other than that, he is going to lay down in the bed, kind of scoop Fate down to the foot of the bed if that's where she wants to stay, usually where she is. And takes a nap.
Paris, you are finally getting sleep. As we are going to go to Althera for a little bit while everyone is resting. Althera.
Just flashes on Tyrus. Fuck!
Yeah.
You are now alone with the elf Thalen, as she looks to you and she offers you a smile and says, I can tell you are a woman of faith.
Oh, yes, I am.
What, may I ask it, is your religion?
The Moonweaver.
It's been quite some time since I've heard that name.
Oh, when was the last time you heard it?
See her kind of get almost a faraway look as she goes, I do not remember. But it's been definitely quite some time.
Did you worship her previously?
Again, another silence before she goes, I do not think so. Right now, I worship the Koto.
Oh, yes, I believe that was the god that our other friends heard about from the Swagan and Tritons.
She nods.
What's he like?
He is benevolent, and kind.
Benevolent.
No,
I was gonna
benevolent.
wait until she
I'm
was
freaking
speaking
sitting here like, that doesn't sound right. Shut up. I can't English today. I'm sleepy. Okay? Common is hard, and you don't know this could be their way of saying it. You don't know?
Be a really weird way to say it.
Shh. So, she gives a smile as she looks around and goes, they keep us safe. They keep the home safe. Yerlin speaks with them and relays his messages to us.
Oh, well, that's good.
As you move across the way towards a dock, she gestures around and goes, so this is only a part of the city only a part of the home that we have here in the Searing Channel. This is where the main areas, the main operations to keep the home stable often meet.
I see.
Put us in the wrong area. Where the council tends to speak is this main pavilion. And she brings you to a large circle-like area with a small pavilion for people to stand and for people to stand around. There's like a single stage-like area where you can see a few people can fit underneath as she smiles to you and goes, yes, Yerlin tends to lead the group. And then we have Sora and Sir Diglis. She gives a smile. I cannot wait for you to meet the others.
I'm also excited to meet the others.
Tell me, where are you from?
I'm from the Pallet Grove.
I do not believe I've ever heard of such a place.
It's pretty secluded.
Much like our home here.
Exactly. My ancestors spent a great deal making sure that it was hidden away and safe.
Well, hopefully it stays safe.
She kind of gets a nervous look. She's like, I agree.
Tell me, do you have heartache, Althera? Miss Althera. She goes to say Miss Althera and stops herself. She's like, Althera.
Yes, I think anyone has heartbreak.
No, not heartbreak. Heartache.
Oh, well, that too.
She thinks for a moment and goes, not here, though.
Oh?
Yes. And she kind of gives you the same spiel that Yerlin had given to Tyrus. The whole, people who tend to come here tend to have something that's happened to them or happened in their lives that is painful. And this place tends to help, tends to heal. Which is why I was very concerned how that Miss Inca had left.
Ah, yes, well, I think she was mainly just homesick.
Well, I will say this is a lovely home to be in.
So it seems to be.
Will you be staying long?
As long as my captain decides. Though I would like to get home. My niece was just born, so I'd like to see her.
Oh, congratulations. Do you like kids?
Yes, I do.
She gives another warm smile. She goes, then we should definitely take you to see the main town.
I would really like that, thank you. If we have time, of course. I don't want to, keep you up or anyone else.
I am only needed when there is an injury. I have tended to the soldiers who went through the water to come help you, and they are doing much better.
Oh, well, I should thank them, shouldn't I? After all, they risked their lives to save us.
She nods and goes, they should be back within a few hours. They went for another hunting party. We tried to tell them to stay and take a good rest, but Mr. Diglis is quite the... And she kind of thinks for a word and goes, adventurous type. He loves to see the newest areas around.
Well, you can never tie down a wandering spirit.
That is true, though I am very glad that he has chosen to stay here. I'm not sure what we would do without him. And she looks off towards the pavilion and says, tell me, Miss... tell me, Althera. Yerlin, when she got me, said that you were something of a matchmaker?
Oh, yes. The best matchmaker in the Proud Grove and soon the world, hopefully.
Wonderful. That is definitely something we are lacking here. There's...
Well,
Go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
There's many people here who have yet to find a suitor, as to say.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Quite. Though everyone seems very happy, it doesn't benefit us much if there isn't much marriage happening.
I can see that.
I wonder where you would be able to set up a shop. A place of residence.
I don't know if I'd be staying that long. Again, I go where my captain goes.
Oh, I'm sure your captain will love this place very much. She gives you a deep smile. It's almost unnerving.
Yeah, Althera smiles a little nervous and she's like, right, well, you should probably get back to your duties. Unless there's something else you'd like to show me?
She thinks for a moment and goes, well, what interests you?
Food. Most artisan things. Oh, and music. I love music.
You see her kind of tap her finger. She goes, we have not had music in our home in quite some time. Not many people perform.
Why is that? If it's such a joyous place.
I guess we'd never feel the need to.
That's unfortunate.
She shrugs and goes, we're all still happy here, so I guess it's not too unfortunate of us. Though, if you wish to sing, if you wish to dance, no one stops you.
What'd she say?
If you wish to sing or you wish to dance, it is not as if someone stops you. I just think that no one here has much of a need or a desire. We all simply go about our daily lives. Perhaps there is some whistling from the hunters, but not much. They seem to be very, very focused on getting where they need to go and coming back with their latest kill. Must keep the town fed, after all.
Well, I hope maybe your god would be privy to music. Again, if you have such joy here, wouldn't you want to express it often?
You see her think for a moment as she goes, Yulin hasn't mentioned whether or not the god is interested in our god Vokoto has interest in music, but I'm not sure anyone asked. That is definitely a question to bring up.
If I see her next time, I will. Though, I suppose we should continue with the tour, or I should go back to my room.
You see her about to answer as a trident comes up to her and whispers in her ear, and you see her kind of huff a little. She goes, Duty calls. Continue to wander around if you'd like. No, you're free to roam where you please.
Thank you. And she's going to do just that. She's gonna, except instead of like kind of this touristy wandering, now she's kind of looking at everything with a bit more of a like scrutinous eye.
Mm-hmm.
Because what kind of fuck-ass place doesn't like music?
Thalen leaves you alone on a pier where you're able to look around the central area that you're in. And as you wander around and inspect things, go ahead and roll an investigation or an insight. And we will say that people are wandering around. One second.
Damn, that's a 14. My rolls are awful today.
Gadri will be staying in his room for a bit, for Matt is going to have to leave session a bit early.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm really feeling sick. Have fun, guys.
You ate some bad
All
sushi,
right.
man.
Good night.
Have a good.
It's finally
Feel better,
getting to
dude.
you.
Thank you, bye.
Alright,
Now he's gone.
now we're all gonna die.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The tank's gone.
All the tanks are gone. It's just the squishy people now. Fuck.
So, a few hours passed of you wandering around and looking around. You said you rolled a what?
14.
14? It's not bad. You look around and you notice that there's a lot of smiling faces. A lot of people greet you. You do see some people are looking at you very curiously. Some people seem to be kind of... When they look at you, they seem to be a bit weary of you. But you are a newcomer, after all. Something feels good about this place, but something also feels off. You do see that there are people in this area that are... You don't see any frowns, like, at all. Everyone's happy. And though people in the Palo Grove tend to be extremely happy as well, it feels weird to not see anyone frown or have a simple resting face. After a few hours, Althera, do you go back to your room? Or are you somewhere within the area?
She's gonna explore that area a little bit more, see what she can kind of gather.
Alright. So as you're exploring the area, Yerlin gets back. Gadri's going to be passed out longer than expected. He did have an hour. He did have the whole point of exhaustion and such. As Tyrus. Well, Tyrus, you've had a long rest. Essentially, everyone got a long rest.
Yay!
Yep, you are no longer dying.
I am no longer in trouble. Well, I'm still in trouble, but not as much.
Mm-hmm.
No one has entered your room for your long rest. And soon Yerlin comes to pick you up and bring you back to the tavern. Da-da-da. Boop. Tyrus, as you get there, you see Brooke sitting. She's kind of like spaced out, as it was. As you get there, and you don't see Althera, and you don't see Gadri, and you don't see Inca.
Iris just kind of takes a step in, glances around, looks over to Brooke. And, it's just her, Yerlin, and Tyrus, right?
Yep.
Tyrus is gonna take a moment to look at Brooke before he glances at Yerlin and says, would you mind if I have a moment with her?
You see her look towards you and then look towards Brooke, and she kind of like... You see almost like a word expression at first because she still hasn't scolded Brooke. But she nods and goes, "If that is what you wish, Mr. David Hasselhoff." And she starts walking out and closes the door to the tavern.
Goes over to join Brooke at the table. Is this seat taken?
And Brooke looks up and then looks around at the empty tavern and goes, "Yes, it is. Macaron's sitting there."
Oh.
You see Macaron poof into existence sitting on the stool, the chair looking up at you.
Oh, it's a good thing there's another chair. Goes over to sit in that one. You alright? You looked like you were staring into the abyss of the sea.
Inca left.
To where?
So, out there at the moment is exploring the areas that we have already wandered around. She's getting a feel for the area. Gadri's still sleeping, and I spoke with Vysoren when he was here, and I had gotten a circle, essentially a teleportation circle, to Xhorhas. So that when the time comes, I can return. I wasn't sure when the time would come, and believe me, I was going to let you and Gadri know at least. Before anything like that, I wouldn't run off.
Well, you wouldn't let us run off. You know we wouldn't let you.
Unfortunately. And I don't know about that. So she kind of like gives you you literally just ran off. Did you get good rest?
I did, actually. Kind of glances over his shoulder to where Yerlin was and kind of glances around to see if there's anyone that's actually looking. Can I see if there's any, chance anyone could be listening in?
Roll perception as Brooke continues to speak. Inca was really shaken up about almost dying and wanted to see her family. And her family is currently in Asarius, the city of the beast. So I gave her a couple of letters of introduction and sent her to Xhorhas. She says bye, and she will see you soon. That you are not to court Ixtal, that ass is hers.
I wasn't planning on it. Has she not been paying attention? I mean,
I think she paid attention to the fact that Ixtal said that if they slept with someone on the boat, it would probably be you.
yes.
So, she told me to relay the message that you are not allowed to touch Ixtal's ass. So,
Not even a little.
I don't know. You'll have to get in contact with her for that. But,
So, at 13 for that perception check, by the way.
as you're looking around, you're not seeing anyone at the moment. Though, you know that there was a chef here, but you don't see anyone behind the bar at the moment.
Well, Brooke, this is a whole actual town with people's lives, children. I think that might put a bit of a wrench in our plan.
That depends. Althea thinks that she can speak with whoever's in charge and come to a diplomatic agreement on making sure that both parties get what they want.
I don't think the Queen is going to see it that way.
We have yet to contact her about it, but how big is the town?
Big. And some port and everything.
You see Brooke have a bit of a worried look on her face. That's not good.
Like I said, they got kids running around. Tons of kids. Tons of people. They even have pets here.
Probably why she didn't seem too surprised when she's met fate.
And as soon as you say that, right next to you, he'll lick on a hand.
Hi. Are you feeling any better, girl?
You hear a very watered, but yes.
It's strange how familiars can't drown.
Yeah. I'm at the very least happy that she can be here. But, yeah. I did come down here worried. Still am worried. Now I'm even more worried the fact that our two clerics are MIA.
Two clerics.
Althea and Inga.
Althea is not a cleric.
Is she not? I thought she was.
No, she's a warlock and a bard.
Oh, no, that was Tyrus. That was me asking. I'm being dumb, sorry.
She's just a celestial warlock, so she's more good than dark and spooky.
Yeah, no, with how heavy she's been about her goddess, it made me think she was being she was actually a
She's a very zealous or overzealous warlock.
yeah. But that makes sense. Well, we're missing our cleric. We have no clerics down here, but that, and we are missing Althea, the cook.
Well, they have very sad meals here, but meals nonetheless. They just don't have alcohol or desserts.
The thing is, I'm also very much worried for Althea. The things I picked up kind of make me not want to have her be out there alone, or with any of them.
Well, then let us go find Althea. Gadry's still
If not-
sleeping. I think the ordeals of yesterday and the constant waking him up, he's really out of it.
He'll be fine.
Brooke's ears kind of twitch and she goes, I hope so. I really... Though we are all powerful with our magic, Gadry's very useful in protection.
Well, he's also very good at close quarters combat, which
True.
we've seen the size of those rooms. There's nowhere they can run to get away from him, if they do go after him.
He's also not wearing armor, though.
Even still, it's he's still very strong, even without the armor. Still has his abilities.
I know. But you and Gadget are my closest crew members. I worry about both of you. I didn't like the idea of you leaving with your Lin.
Trust me, looking back on it now, I do not like that either.
Good.
Don't let tired drunk tires go off like that again, please.
Well, you had Fate. Fate barks. Let's find out there before she starts signing up and putting flowers in people's hair. Signing up for whatever this life is. As you walk out, you see your Lin. She's waving over at someone, and you can see Althera on like another port waving over.
Mission accomplished.
Brooke's like, that was so difficult.
The hardest one we've done so far.
Brooke's waving towards you, Althera.
Tyrus also waves to her.
Althera's waving at them both excitedly. Is there anything that would distract her? Because again, she's also kind of she's still a bit in fuck, I should probably stay vigilant, but she's also in
Tourist mode.
Tourist mode, yeah.
Well, you're under the water, so if you look up or you look around, you can see fish swimming around you. You can see underwater creatures, not even just fish. You can see octopus. You can see starfish moving around. You can find a couple, sea slugs every now and then. It's literally everywhere you look, there is sea life around you. Imagine standing under the water and looking up at the sun through this. It's absolutely breathtaking.
While she's distracted... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, while she's distracted with that, Tyrus is going to telepathically tell Fate to stay by Althera's side. That way, at least he has a way to keep tabs on her if needed.
Okay. Fate will blink dog their way over.
Actually, it's underwater, too. It'll be like... Blue. And you feel a lick on your palm as you see Fate there looking up at you, happy as can be, tail wagging.
Oh, hello, Fate. Shouldn't you be with Tyrus?
They just stare at you, smiling. No thoughts behind her eyes.
Just nuzzles into your hand, just starts doing the thing that animals do where they want to be petted, so they kind of put their head under your hand to make your hand on top of their head.
She kind of pats her and she's like, well, if you insist on staying with me a little bit, I wouldn't mind.
As wag her tail.
Everyone starts making their way over to you.
Good morning, you two.
Brooke gives a smile. Morning. Evening?
Some time of day.
Some form of the day. Yerlin...
To try to look at the sun.
You've not seen much sun. You could see
sun god.
Almost like a sunset colors over the water.
It's either early day or late evening.
Yerlin smiles. It is late evening.
Thank you.
You are quite welcome.
How did you two sleep?
And Brooke just kind of looks to the side.
We slept very... all things considered, we slept all right.
Good.
How was your walk and your tour, your mini tour?
Very informative. I learned a little bit more about the town, the people here. Let's see, what else? Apparently, just gonna look over at Brooke. She's like, apparently they are short on funds. And then she's gonna cast message to Brooke they're having a population issue.
So casting message, you need to pull out a copper wire and speak into it.
Oh fuck! All right, what do I need to do to speak into Brooke's mind? Because I thought I had a spell for that.
Well, casting message Brooke will hear it in her mind, but you need to verbally speak it.
Fuck.
You're just giving Brooke the freaking, like, Morse code blink.
She is. She's blinking Morse code. The population issues.
Brooke's, like, you see her ear twitch as she's very confused, but she's, like, nodding, like, okay, I might understand what you're putting down with your eyes.
Tyrus leans over to Brooke, and he goes, "What's the copulation issue?"
I think she said cuttlefish issue?
He looks around. I don't see any cuttlefish.
Yerlin, little feathery ears perk up, and she's like, the cuttlefish are not in this area.
Oh, I guess I'm just a little confused. I can't tell which way my up is from my down right now.
Well, being under the water is very disorienting the first time, but you'll get used to it. Shall I introduce you to the warriors?
Yes, please.
I'm sorry, lawyers?
Warriors.
Oh, warriors. Sorry, I
Yes.
thought you said lawyers. Like, what legal agreements are we making right now?
What would we need those for? Follow me.
Exactly.
And she leads you all. Let's see, where is Stiglis? Stiglis is at number 4. She leads you downward and brings you closer to this, essentially to this one shop-looking area as they walk in, and you can see there are some weapons lined against the wall. There is maps. There is from inside of a corner you can see there is a couple of barrels, and it has some treasures and such, some things that might sparkle. As you can see a human man who is roughly 5'11". He has black hair with salt and pepper in it. He looks to be in maybe his 50s. Trying to find the picture that I had.
It's pretty old for a human in fantasy time. By the way, I want to mention,
where is this picture?
because it wasn't brought up, Tyrus did not take the change of clothes. He's still in his old clothes, but he did leave a note to... We're in water. It washes out. It's auto-washing. But yeah, no, he left a note for... was it Ray?
Row.
Ro, thank you. He left a note for Ro, thanking him for the clothing and the bed. In that he very much appreciates his hospitality.
Alright. This man seems to has tan skin, an earring in one ear. He seems to have a scar going from the bottom of his lip up past his eye, over the cheek, and a scar across his nose. He, looking at you, his eyes shine with a very much a excited look of a greenish hue, as this is the guy you see. As he looks to you all and gives a warm a warm and bright smile as he walks over to where Yerlin is and says, "Hello to you all, welcome! You were the ones on the ship, were you not?"
It's gonna leave this for Brooke to say.
Brooke looks at him, and you see her kind of like staring a bit, because oddly enough, he resembles kind of someone you know. As she looks towards her and goes, yes, we were on the ship. The man smiles and goes, I am greatly honored to get to meet all of you. Hello, I am Diglis. I am the chief of the hunters here in the Searing Channel. And he holds his hand out to Tyrus.
He gives it a firm shake.
When you go to give him the firm shake, he returns the gesture, and he is very strong. Your hand gets a very, very tight squeeze.
Tyrus. It's a mighty fine grip you have there, sir.
Thank you. Yours could use work. You haven't seen much in lifting, have you, in your life? Not heavy, but I can feel the calluses on your hands, so you've had to have done some work.
Mostly shipping and traveling the seas, but no, I'm mainly traveled the world. Never had much of a need to stay in one place and lift things.
You see him nodding as he's listening to this, and he goes, well, we'll make a ship hand out of you yet. We'll make a hunter out of you yet. You seem like you too are also up for quite some fun adventures. What is your name, sir?
David Hasselhoff. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Sir David Hasselhoff. And he looks towards Althera. Oh, aren't you a sweet little thing? And he holds his hand out to her.
She holds her hand back out to him.
He takes it and he gives it a kiss on the back and goes, it's a pleasure to meet you, young lady.
Oh, thank you.
And what is
Nice
your
to meet you
name?
as well. Lady Althera.
Lady Althera, it is a pleasure indeed. I don't see you on the hunters. I can see you more working with your Lin. Very, very delicate hands you have.
Oh, thank you.
Though I must say, and he kind of like looks you up and down and goes, you're one for baked goods, aren't you? I remember when we had the ability, to make such things as bread, but, under the water you can't really do such a thing.
Althera kind of pauses, and part of her thinking, did he just call me fat? Like, he seems like in a roundabout way calling me fat. But then she smiles and she's like, yeah, I like to bake. It's a stress reliever of mine.
I can tell, look at your arms. And he kind of like gestures over to your arms. He's like, you might not be the most fittest person, but you definitely have the arms of a baker, strong indeed.
Oh, thank you.
If anyone gets out of line, I'm sure you can definitely give them a good whacking.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
As Mr. Hasselhoff here.
He looks towards David.
He just kind of gives a nod as he rubs the back of his head, gives a sheepish smile. Yeah, I've been on the wrong side of a wooden spoon a couple times.
You see him like think he's like a wooden spoon. I never thought that would be a weapon, but I guess in the right hands, it could be.
Oh, you should see what I can do with a cast iron skillet.
Yeah, no, they hurt.
And he looks towards Brooke. You are definitely an interesting looking one. And Brooke kind of pauses at that and goes, thank you? And he's like, I'm not quite sure what you are. And Brooke again looks at him like, thank you?
I saw that on stream, Mag. Stay, bud.
Hush up, that freaking Tyree. Shut up.
I'll never live that down.
Never.
No, I'm gonna be making a book of just baby isms.
How dare you? That's incredibly homophobic of you. You should know.
I do it out of love.
So, he looks towards everyone, he goes, and he holds his hand out to Brooke I accidentally turned off Tyrus' reactor, not his text. He looks towards Brooke and he shakes her hand, and you can see him thinking for a moment and goes, definitely seen battle, but I don't think you're one for the hunters. Your grip isn't sturdy enough. As Brooke blinks for a moment and goes, thanks? Though, you do have some scarring on your hand, so perhaps you've seen some good fights in your days. As Brooke kind of pulls her hand away and goes, yeah, sure. Hi, I am Brooke. Pleasure to meet you, Brooke. As your Lynn chimes in going, she was the captain of the boat. And you see him kind of like, is a bit taken back by this information. Goes, she was the captain. Interesting indeed. I don't think I've seen a female captain. But, nonetheless, it is a pleasure to meet all of you. And I'm glad that you are all Nice and safe. What about the others? I could have sworn I saw more on the ship. Brooke awkwardly gives a smile and goes, our friend Gadri is resting still. He had a very long day, and Inca is currently away.
We had to send her out to pasture, unfortunately.
Brooke stomps on your foot.
I'm joking, obviously.
We had to send her away for a bit, but the other three should still be on the boat as it's getting repaired. And he nods and goes, yes, funny little guy. Ixtal, I believe. Funny little creature. I believe the lanky one was Dilliu, and the little tiefling was Lilith. Brooke nods. Are they doing alright? Oh, they're doing great. They're overseeing the repairs as we speak. And he kind of like points upwards. Upshore. Definitely upshore. But which direction was it? As you see him kind of like looking around for a second, it's just like, Diglis is a great hunter, but his sense of direction is questionable.
If you wouldn't mind, I am the boatswain of the ship, so repairs do fall under my purview. At some point, would there be a chance for me to go oversee the repairs and the progress?
Diglis offers a smile and goes, of course. After all, if you are the boatswain, then that is your right to see your boat. Well, your repairs. Though I am unsure when I will have the time. We're supposed to be having a meeting tonight about what it is that y'all can offer the community.
Glances to Brooke and Althera.
Althera's gonna speak up. She's like, is this in payment for the repairs?
You see him kind of like rub the back of his head, looking a bit confused. He goes, payment? No, we don't charge here. But if you're going to be staying for a while, whether it be a day or more, we would still hope that you would help out with the community. After all, everyone must do their part.
Honestly, not an outrageous ask. You know, we scratch our backs, we scratch yours.
Tell me, what is your specialties? You're good with repairs, and he looked at Tyrus.
Repairs and sorcery. Also, I'm pretty good at, entertaining the kids as he, reaches up and kind of reaches under his beard for a moment, and he plucks out an ace of spades.
Roll sleight of hand. Sorry.
1 second.
2 seconds.
Okay, good. I thought I did. 21.
You see him, like, blink for a moment, and he goes, well, that is impressive indeed.
It's not all I can do, but it is a something I tend to like to use my abilities and skills for is, entertain the masses and assist my friends where needed, defend them if possible.
He nods as he looks towards Althera. And you, my dear?
I am a matchmaker and bard. I sing.
You see him think for a moment and goes, I bet you have quite the voice.
So I've been told.
And you,
Oh, don't
Captain. And Brooke kind of like thinks for a moment and goes, magic. I'm quite good at magic. He nods. Magic is definitely something that can be useful. Do you have any specialties of magic at all? And Brooke kind of like, you see her like standing on guard almost as she goes, simple wizard magic. That's all. Nothing too special. He gives like a curious look before nodding. As you say. I'm assuming you're good with water at least. And you see Brooke kind of like narrow her eyes, but goes, how could you tell? You see, like, normally this would be the part where someone's picking up that you're being sarcastic and shit, but he smiles this, like, big grin and goes, well, your hair's moving around like water, so I assumed you would be good at water. And Brooke kind of gives Tyson out there a look like, do you think he has any thoughts behind those eyes?
And Tyrus is just over here looking at her like, I'm getting Gadry vibes from this dude.
Althea kind of shrugs. She's like, they're pretty eyes at least.
He looks out there and he gives a smile and he goes, thank you.
You can tell she's kind of in her head, like, writing down potential matches for him already. She's already at work.
Well, I am glad to see that all of you are good, well, and alive, and your Lynn is taking excellent care of you, I would assume, after all. She is our oracle.
Yes, she's been quite nice and actually been very helpful in our, assisting us in our curiosities about this town.
Well, if you have any questions, you can ask your Lynn, or you can ask any of the members of the council that have been here the longest. Unfortunately, me and your Lynn haven't been here quite as long as them, but since she speaks with our Lord Vokoto, she definitely knows a lot. You see Yerlin's ears twitch with pride as she's like, yes, I speak quite often with Lord Vokoto. After all, I was handpicked by him.
Exciting.
You don't think she notices that her little bunny ear things are wiggling?
Tyrus look to Digless and go, so, you are the local hunter. Is there anything else you've done?
I've done some sea voyage in my life, but that's all in the past. I don't need to sail from place to place now.
Oh, you were a sailor.
You could say.
See any interesting places?
See him open his mouth to say something, and then he kind of looks in almost far away, and goes, nothing as interesting as the Searing Channel. After all, it is my home now.
And it gives a slight glance to Brooke. Like a glance that she could read as like a knowing something is up look.
You hear inside of your head, we'll talk.
He gives a nod before he looks back to Digless. Well, nothing wrong with being proud of your hometown, as it were, being a patriot of your home.
Oh, very much so. Where are you from?
I mostly am from all over, but I originated from Tal'Dorei, actually.
The continent, not too far.
Yeah, no, it's just south of us. I've actually originated roughly 300-400 miles inland. A little place called West Run.
You hear Brooke inside your head. Now we're really going to talk later. As he looks towards out there and everyone goes, well, we have, and you kind of see him like peek out of a open, there's no glass in the windows, just an open hole in the wall as he peeks out and goes, we have roughly half an hour before the meetings with the council. I'm sure all of you are very much excited to check out the other areas. I hope to see you and the rest of your crew there tonight.
Look forward to it.
Yerlin leads you all out as she walks with you and goes, Mr. Diglis and I have been here for about the same time. We arrived here together.
Ah. And did you arrive together like in the same spot or at the same time? Like
At the same time.
were you both on the same boat?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
I can't quite remember where we were going, but like I told you before, the people of the Syrian Channel don't arrive here unless they've had some real heartbreak in their lives and heartache, rough times. And you see Brooke's ears almost go down. She's like, what? Those who come here, they're never really happy when they first get here. But they soon find a home here and they are more than happy. Brooke's hair starts darkening a little. She's like, I see. How great for those in the Syrian Channel. Yerlin thinks for a moment and goes, well, where should we stop next? We can go to the Era's local, the local shop that allows you to have the simple things in life, you know. If you're a caster like me, they might have some stuff to help replenish. But not much, probably and she kind of looks at your outfits. Probably nothing too extravagant as you all seem to be from. There's also my shop, which is where you can go to ask questions and get readings. You've already been to the tavern. There is the community ring, which we will be going to later. And there is the main central area. Mr. David Hasselhoff has already seen it.
Yes, I have. It's actually a very beautiful town you have here.
I am so glad you enjoy it. Where would you like to go? And she looks towards Althera.
Oh, the community circle, I suppose.
Althera, you know that you've already been to the community circle as the elf had brought you over to tell you that this is where everyone meets to hear from essentially the heads of the area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but she wants Brooke to experience it.
She nods as she takes you over to the circle pavilion-like area, and Brooke looks to it and goes, so this is where we'll be meeting to decide where you want to place us. And Brooke, Yerlin climbs up and turns to you all standing on the small stage and goes, yes, this is where we will be meeting later tonight to decide what you can do for the community. We hold all of our important meetings here, and if Akoto has anything that he wishes for me to share with the community, I call upon a meeting here, and everyone gathers around. We make plans for the future, and we welcome newcomers.
That sounds simple enough.
She gives a nod and goes, there's four main people within the community circle of the higher ups. Sir Diglis, for he is the head of the hunters. Me, for I am the oracle. There is Zora. He is an interesting fellow. Very much one of very simple times. He babbles on about the things that he's seen in his life, though we're unsure if they're really things he's seen or perhaps something he's dreamed. But he makes very wise decisions for this community. And then there's the head cleric. I'm sure you've already met her. She came by to take care of some injuries.
Yes, she was very nice.
Oh, I am very glad. We have about 15 minutes before everyone meets. If you would like to stop by my shop and get a quick reading beforehand.
Although kind of nods, and she's excited for it.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I could actually use something to eat. Do you think if you have 15 minutes, we'll probably just go grab this evening dinner?
She thinks and she nods. She goes, yes, there is the local tavern here where you are all staying that provides food, and then there's a tavern in the town. They don't have rooms there, but they have good meals for the more village-like area, not so much the council area. Brooke looks towards Tyrus and goes, do you want to head back to the inn and get some food?
Yeah, I think it'd be good for us to make sure that at the very least, we are well fed and prepared for what lies ahead. After all, we do, I would suggest that we, at the very least, hear them out and see what they ask of us, and make sure that we are prepared to do as needed.
Yerlin gives a smile and goes, are all of you hungry, or is it just Mr. David Hasselhoff?
Oh, I'm fine for right now. Thank you.
Brooke nods for a moment and goes, I believe I already ate before we left, but I would rather make sure that David got a good meal in him.
You also feel a small nudge in the small of your back from Iris out there. Kind of like a small elbow.
Although kind of blinks and she's like, although I would love a drink. Normally I have a morning tea, but since you exactly can't make tea here, a juice maybe?
Yerlin nods as she takes you all back to the tavern and goes, I must prepare for the meeting. I'll leave you here. And I will be back. And she gives a small bow before she starts heading out. The trident from before brings out food for everyone.
Much appreciated, sir. Would you mind if we actually sit at that table, and he kind of points at the one over here?
He looks to you and just shrugs and goes, you may sit wherever you like. I'm not really gonna tell you no.
Appreciate you.
Brooke, Althera, and Tyrus, with Fate behind, all take a seat. And Brooke looks
There's
towards
in front of
Tyrus.
it. She's like, I was hoping to explore a bit more.
I'm sure we'll get a chance, but we do need to talk about something.
Oh?
Yeah, like the fact that you use an alias name, but you're more than happy to tell them where you're originally from.
It's not like they're gonna leave here to go there.
Let's please not bicker.
Well, we're not bickering. There's something off about this place. That's why I'm using an alias name. When I don't trust a location, I don't trust the people, I don't give them my real name. I usually don't give them my home either, but they have shown that they love this place too much to leave it.
I'm not exactly opposed to it. It's a pleasant enough place.
That's the issue. It's too pleasant.
I hate to agree with you, but I think you're right.
The other thing that bothers me is the fact that everyone that I've talked to and asked, they don't know where they came from. They don't know the things that they've done before they got here.
That is a bit concerning.
That kind of sounds... that does sound familiar to us too, right?
Yep. To you and Brooke, at least.
And that does sound familiar.
Brooke's hair kind of goes dark as she goes, I don't want to think about it being something like that, but unfortunately we can't lower our guard. I am really hoping that there's no circus here.
If there is, I'm not dying this time.
I've already died once already myself.
Nope,
Althera,
Althera
I
looks
think
like
it's your turn.
Yep, you drew the short straw.
They both turn towards you, Althera.
Well, it was about time.
Brooke nods and goes, I think Lilith said something about adding you to a list.
Yes, the died ones list.
Well, hopefully we won't meet anyone here that's going to, brand us. You see her kind of rub her leg. And we're still in our clothes, which is a good sign. It's a very good sign. But
we'll be out of our clothes.
You know, Ixtal?
Yes.
When we found Ixtal, they were on an island, and they had no idea how they got there, or what they were doing beforehand, and when we had entered into the island's central area, our clothing had changed to reflect some parts of us, and we had brandings on us of our sins.
Some
None
of
of
us
that's
even had
happened.
some of us even had holes in them.
Oh.
Brooke looks at Tyrus like, shut up. You cheated, and that's why you got a hole in you.
Hey, I cheated for the right reasons. Also, thank you for the raid, Q, and yes, did tune in to hear us threaten Althera.
Damn, that's a name. Thank you for the raid. And no, we're not threatening Althera. Hush. Anyway. Althera, do you feel threatened?
Of course not.
Blinks
Exactly.
SOS. Blinking SOS at us.
As Brooke looks at everyone and goes, Alright. We know that this area is feeling very familiar. I don't want to do anything too rash before we make sure that Gadri is up and at least aware of the situation. Althera,
Yes?
after our meeting with everyone, could you try contacting the Crab Queen?
Oh, of course. I haven't heard from her in a while. I wonder how her and the babies are doing.
Yes, let her know that, we made it to the Syrian Channel and what we found.
Okay.
For now, we can just play along.
Althera, you've been
Yes?
up the longest amongst all of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
What all did you see?
In the area that you've been in, there wasn't a lot of people. You've seen people with your... It was an insight you rolled?
Yeah.
The smiles seem genuine. You don't sense like an overjoy of happiness and craziness and just like a huge boisterous community. You get the sense of there is a lot of content. Everyone here isn't throwing parades and singing the praise, but no one here is sad or depressed or has fear. They all seem very at peace. What you notice with a passive 18 of perception is the very blandness that is this area. There's no decorations. There's no shiny things. Usually, the shiniest thing that you found was being inside of Diglis's office when you saw crates in the corner of the room.
She'd relay that to Tyrus and Brooke.
That's the other thing that worries me. It's too safe here. The shearing channel should be a very dangerous place to go for any seafarer.
I mean,
Much less anyone down here.
we were attacked by creatures, though.
Yes, but why are there no creatures here?
Maybe Diglis has an ability to keep them away.
Not for nothing, while he did look strong, I don't think that he's able to take on the great monstrosities I've heard reside up here.
Maybe it's that new god.
That's what worries me.
That
Which is-
there's a god doing good?
That there is way too much out of place. Way too much good out of place in a place that's supposed to be terrible.
I get where you're coming from. The idea that something can keep monsters and sea demons and such away has to be powerful.
And on top of that, most of the denizens don't even know where they're from. And they love this place far too much. I honestly don't know what to do. But we were sent here to do a mission.
I know. Let's get through this meeting and get to our, and she kind of makes quotation marks, our places, and then we will talk. Figure out what they want us to do and play along for now. But don't let your guard down. And she looks at Althera.
What?
You're very trusting.
Yes.
Don't let your guard down.
If you want-
Alright.
If you don't mind, Althera, I could have Fate stay by your side as you make your way through the town, and I have a link with her. So, if you do need to get in contact with me or anything like that, just let Fate know and she'll let me know.
Maybe, but well, I don't want a chaperone. I'm not some helpless maiden.
No, but I did make a promise to Ixtal. And as much as I want to let you do what you will, that little dude scares the shit out of me.
Little
Well, for
creature.
good reason.
Yeah. So I'm going to do as he says, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, fine. At least until I can get one of those rings you have.
We will be speaking when we get to... Well, they said that there was a shop with magic stuff. They said it was nothing fancy, but perhaps it doesn't qualify as fancy.
Yeah, I don't think they would have 100 gold worth of diamond dust.
No, I mean... And she kind of like... She goes to touch her ring, and you see her freeze, and she's like, Inca has my ring.
Oh, Brooke.
Yes, I know. That
And who
bothers
else
me very
has-
much.
Who else has a ring? Gadri, right?
Gadri and Diviu. But,
Right.
out there, you do have a ring on your finger.
Yes.
Perhaps the person here for the magic shop, maybe they have an ability to enchant it for you.
Oh, good idea. We should go then.
Brooke looks at the time. She goes, we need to get to the community thing or they might come get us.
Oh, right. Well, after the community meeting.
Brooke gives a nod and goes, after the meeting, we can reconvene and we can focus on what needs to be done. Hopefully, by the time we leave this meeting, we will not have our heads on a stick.
I think it'd be too nice for that.
A head on a stick with a little doily underneath it.
Much better. At the very least, we can also add to the plans me going back to the ship for any reason.
True. They said that we were able to come and go as we please, so at least we know that we're not going to be threatened to stay. After all, they let Inca leave without putting up a fight.
Yeah. By the way, I kind of wish I could have said goodbye to her.
You should have seen her, though, and you see kind of her ears droop as she goes, Inca was really freaked out. I think her near-death experience really dug into her.
Pyrus' ears kind of falter as well as he kind of nods and he says, "That's very much a understandable reaction."
Well, nonetheless, let's head over.
Right.
As you all get there, you see Yerlin, you see Diglis, you see Thalen, but you don't see this fourth person that they speak of.
They were killed.
As they all give a smile and they go, there's a couple other people. You see some other people on Diglis' side who seem to be other hunters. Simple leather armors and simple weapons on them. Sorry. Some human, some dwarvish, some, you see some Swaggin. You see some Tritons and such. And then on the other side, where the cleric Thalen is, you see a few other humans. You see some elves. They seem to be other healers of the area. More minor ones than Thalen herself. And then Yerlin stands in the middle alone. And you see about maybe 2 or 3 people in the back wearing what appears to be cloaks. They seem to be kind of far in the back as they're just listening, as they seem to be just be listening in. As Thalen claps her hands together and goes, "Welcome newcomers of the Searing Channel, Lady Althera, Miss Brooke, and Mr. David Hasselhoff. Your compatriots are still above water, seeing over the repairs of your ship. Other newcomers' names are Mr. Dilliu, Mr. Dilliu, Miss Lilith, and you see her kind of like looking to this side as she's trying to think of. You see her like contemplating something as she goes, His Highness Ixtal, though I am unsure why they gave me that title. Althera, you're unsure if Ixtal's being like, I'm announcing that I am royalty, or just being like, call me your highness. I think that's fun.
Yeah. She's not gonna say anything.
Both are very viable.
As she smiles and goes, Now, you have come before the Searing Channel, as you were called upon by Lord Vokoto. A message sent to you from Our Lady, the Oracle of the Searing Channel, Yerlin. We heard that you were going to inquire some business here, and we are hoping to show you that the home you seek is here. Though we are unsure what this business is, Vokoto wishes to see your abilities, and we hope to find you a place here in the community. You see Yerlin look towards all of you and give a bright smile as she goes, Lord Vokoto is very, very happy to have you all here. And she kind of you see her eyes almost linger on Althera for a moment before she moves forward.
And Tyre starts doing that airplane clap and notices no one else is clapping, so he just slowly stops.
Digla steps up and goes, so, as Yerlin and Thalen take a step back, as Diglis looks at all of you and goes, so, from what I have heard from Miss Yerlin, Althera, Lady Althera.
Yes?
While you are here, we are hoping that you use your world-famous matchmaking skills and help solve a small issue we have been having, which is we are struggling to find those who connect very well within the community to have proper marriages.
Well, I'd be more than happy to help.
They offer a smile as they look towards Tyrus. Though you are not much for... And he kind of flexes his muscles a bit. Strength. We see that you have an eye for adventure and being that one who can repair. We hope to offer you a place with the hunters. You can see your ship if you need to. We travel near the surface quite often. And we're always looking for more hands.
I'd be happy to assist and pay off my debt to this community, the wonderful community.
He nods and then looks towards Brooke. And Miss Brooke. Your abilities with magic will serve the community quite well, as we can take you to the magic shop, where you will be assisting... you will be assisting Zorat? Fucking pronunciations. Zorat, with their abilities. And you see Brooke kind of look a bit nervous. She goes, is the one that rambles a lot? Yes. You see Brooke kind of sideways look at Tyrus and Althera yay. Fun.
Althera gives Brooke a very bright smile and a thumbs up, you got this.
See the depression on Brooke just grow heavier as Diglis continues. We hope that you find a home within this community, and if you love it as much as we do, you'll never want to leave. And he, he fixes himself and he goes, you are free to leave if you so wish. We do not wish to hold you here. Everyone is here by choice. The silence. As Yerlin takes a step forward and goes, yes, everyone who stays here is all by choice. We hope that you all find peace in those eyes of yours, for I can see that you are all very weary and tired from your travels. Much heartache and much pain has come through. I hope we can all ease it for you. Do you accept these terms?
Althera nods.
Brooke reluctantly nods.
Tyrus gives a nod as well.
Great. And do not worry about Sir Gadry Stormhammer. We have seen his prowess and we've seen his abilities to fight. He will be joining the hunters. Diglis is actually very excited to finally get to meet him.
Tires kind of just gives a small smirk at Brooke, being like, "Hey, more guy time."
You hear inside your head Brooke go, "If you're going to kill each other, don't embarrass yourselves in front of the hunters. They seem respectable, at the least." Yerlin smiles, and they go over a few more briefings to everyone, such as the healers, the hunters, talking about various monster sightings from the outskirts of the village, but thankfully nothing that has been threatening to a point where we would need to interpose. A few new stragglers have decided to come live here. There is clappings amongst that, and she says, nearing the end, she goes, "And the last point of order is I will be making our, I will be making the weekly trip in in a day's time, perhaps 2, depending on the offerings this year. Well, this week." She looks to everyone. "I hope you all enjoy this community and you bring as much smiles as you gain. To Lord Vokoto," and she holds her hand up as everyone goes, "To Lord Vokoto," in unison. As Brooke kind of like mumbles something under her breath as she's like, "All right, that's it. We're good." As Yerlin walks over to Althera and goes, "Miss Althera, would you like your reading now?"
Oh, sure.
She looks towards Tyrus and Brooke. "Now that you have full stomachs, you wouldn't mind joining us."
Not at all. In fact, that offer to give you a reading is still on the table.
"I am glad." As she starts moving her way, she leads all of you. Grab all your asses. Wow. Up to, well, down to this small shop. When you open it, you can see some sea glass in there, and the place gives off a very interesting aura. As she settles into her chair and says, "All right, I am happy to look in and answer any question you might have of your past or your present, of your past or your future. Who would like to go first?" See Brooke very much like sinking into the background.
Well, there is step forward. She's like, "Well, I suppose since I asked for the reading, I'll go first."
She smiles as she looks towards Althera. "Do you have a question in mind?"
Kind of. Is there a reason well, I guess I would want to know. Was there a specific reason why my brother seemed to grow cold all of a sudden?
So a past question.
Right around the age I was 10.
You see Brooke kind of give you a confused look as you say this. And Yerlin holds her hand out, and you see her holding her hands over a beautiful shell. She closes her eyes and concentrates before her eyes open, and you see her eyes turn solid gold, and a mist sprinkles around her legs as it starts going into the shell, and then comes out and goes into her throat as she begins to speak in a mystifying way. "Your brother feels guilt. Guilt of almost losing the one he treasures the most. There was an incident when you were young. A moon overhead. You're hiding. You're watching your brother as he sits at a fire. He's mumbling to himself, but you cannot understand." And she kind of like moves her head a bit as the golden eyes shimmer more as she says, "A cavern. Deep underground. A smile on your face as you jump from your hiding spot." And you see almost a frown come to her face as her head turns again and goes, "A light. Shimmering and bright." She looks towards you with the golden eyes. "It struck you. You almost died. Your brother does not wish to cause you any more harm. Only to protect. Must keep you safe. Must find someone to keep you safe. Must find a groom. He loves you." And you see a frown come to her face, a deep frown. "But he is misled." As her eyes start to flicker out and the smoke starts to dissipate and go back into the shell, the last thing you hear from her is, "Many suitors. Many promises of your hand." As
Of
it
my
disappears.
what?
Of your hand.
Oh, okay. The part of your hand cut out, so it's like many promises of your, and I'm like, my what?
Virginity.
My ah!
As the smoke disappears and she blinks her eyes back to solid black and she looks to you. And she gives a smile and says, "Your brother cares very dearly, but unfortunately, the guilt in his heart is very much too high to bear."
I'll have to get home and talk with him soon.
"Perhaps we shall send a letter to let him know where you are."
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I was wondering if you had a post office. Can't believe
Tilts her
I forgot to
head.
ask.
She tilts her head. "A what office?"
A place to send and receive letters?
"Oh, no need to worry. Lord Vokoto can have it instantly taken to your brother."
Really?
"Yes, I shall take it when I bring the offerings to him this week."
Oh, wonderful. And you see her reach into her bag of holding, and then it's about like 2 inches thick stack of letters, that are like in this airtight like box.
She blinks at this and goes, but nods and goes, "I will bring it to him as soon as I am able."
Thank you.
And she looks towards Tyrus. "Mr. David Hasselhoff, do you have any questions?"
No. Seems like you've done quite a pretty good job with our Althera.
Oh, come on, that's no fun. You have to
I mean-
ask at least one question.
Tyrus thinks for a minute as he takes a seat in front of Gerlin. Thinks for a long moment before he gives a small smile. "How's my mom doing?"
You see her look a bit puzzled for a moment as she thinks, and there's no smoke this time as you see she thinks and she says, a future ask." She takes the shell and flips it over so it is facing upwards. And the smoke pulls through, but her eyes don't go bright yellow. As she holds her hand out and goes, "What is your mother's name?"
Give me 1 second. It's been a minute It's been a minute since I had to look her name.
How do you
No,
know your mother's
Phelan.
name?
Phelan Rashad.
Phelan Rashad. That is her maiden name?
No, that is her remarried name.
She gives a smile and goes, Interesting. As she waves her hand over the shell and concentrates.
Do I get a deception check for that?
Sure. You're
I was
not
gonna ask if
lying,
I can
though.
I would say, can I deduce that this is essentially your Lynn saying that Tyrus's mom has remarried?
No, because that's not what this is.
Oh, her comment of is that her maiden name wasn't like, oh, she's remarried, so she doesn't go by that name?
No, it's the, is this her maiden name? No. And Yerlin giving a smirk of, so your father's name isn't Hasselhoff. Great.
No, he's basically saying Rashad is the remarried name.
He doesn't know she's remarried. Yeah, but you would take after your father's last name.
Yes, he's saying that Hasselhoff is his original name, hence Hasselhoff is his mother's... Oh, wait, right, no, maiden name.
There you go.
Okay.
You basically gave away that you lied about your last name.
No, I was just being dumb. That was me. Tyrus kind of gives a, Actually, I don't know if he would know her maiden name. Yeah, I'm gonna say that he doesn't know her maiden name. He, kind of thinks for a minute, goes, I don't think she's ever told me her maiden name.
She gives a bit of a frown to this. It'll be quite hard to see if I can find her. There's many people in this world named Phelan. Phelan of Westrun. Phelan Rashad. So, if that is not her maiden name, that is your father's name. I see. She takes a deep breath before she thinks for a moment. The smoke still pooling as it wraps around her hand. You see it going around her wrist, up to her hand, and you see it trace the ring finger, and it traces it in one circle, and then two circles. As it starts wisping around and moves away. This is when, Althera, you can make your insight check to see if you can insight the meaning of that.
Yay! 18.
You know the meaning.
Althera's gonna kind of like she's kind of smile a little bit. She's trying to like be respectful. She's trying to mask a smile as not a knowing smile, but as an excited smile. And then she's gonna look over to Brooke with knowing eyes, and move her eyebrows up once before turning back to Yerlin and the reading.
Brooke looks uncomfortable in this room.
She's that one square at the party that's just full of like weed smoke, and she's up here like uncomfortable with the weed smoke.
No, she's uncomfortable because the carnival also had a fortune teller.
Yeah.
As she opens her eyes and looks at Tyrus, and she gives a smile and goes, "Your mother is the happiest she has been in a very long time.
He smiles
She
at
misses you, though. She has something for you."
Oh?
And you see her give a sad smile, and her ears droop a little bit. "You really have suffered through some pain. When you see her again, I hope you find much happiness with her."
I'll look forward to that day. Thank you.
You step to the side. She looks towards Brooke. "And it is your turn, Miss Brooke." And you see Brooke's hair start going darker. She's just like, I'm not sure if I have any questions about my past or my future."
Nothing? Oh, what about maybe you can ask about Sonnet?
"Well, that's not really my future, is it?"
Oh.
Pyrus just kind of gives her a really look. Like, come on.
You kind of see her think for a moment as she eventually looks like, all right, I give in. As she starts awkwardly making her way over. Very clear that she doesn't like fortune tellers.
I just want to mention, by the way, I love how you accidentally pinged Brooke and just made the stream zoom right into her. Like, all the attention's on her right now.
I guess I would like to know if my future holds a good place for me and my son. Yerlin smiles as she once again looks towards the shell, and she waves her hand over, mist coming through. As she closes her eyes and she listens, and for a moment you see the smoke wrap around the hand, and it traces all the fingers, and it almost covers it like a glove before disappearing as Yerlin opens her eyes and smiles brightly. You and your son are going to have a wonderful little life. A nice, peaceful life with no worries. It might just be my own hopes for you and my own desires, but I can see your son coming to visit you here, and you living a peaceful life without any worries of. And you kind of see her think for a moment. She's almost like falter. Her smile almost falters as she looks to Brooke and goes, without so much pain and eyes on you both. The eyes of Akoto can keep you safe from eyes of those who you'd wish to avoid.
As she says that, Brooke, you hear a very low, familiar growl in the back of your mind.
Brooke takes a deep breath before Yearling goes, does she wish to ask any questions? Before Brooke blinks and goes, who? Yearling kind of giggles and goes, the one who was in your head. The red one. And Brooke kind of stands up and goes, you know, I think I'm going to turn in. It is late. Yes, I did sleep earlier, but I think I could sleep some more. As she starts walking out. And Yerlin's ears go down. She looks towards Tyrus and Althera. I did not mean to upset her.
Oh, you didn't upset her. The captain has a very complicated relationship with a lot of things.
While Althera is having a conversation with Yerlin, Tyrus going to go after Brooke.
Yerlin looks a bit more sad. She's like, I think I upset Mr. Hasselhoff as well. Mr. David Hasselhoff as well.
No. He just went to go check on the captain. You did a very excellent reading. I'm very grateful to have gotten some insight on what happened between me and my brother.
I'm sorry that happened to you, dear. I know it must have hurt the fact that it changed so much with your relationship with him.
It did, or does, but I think now that I have some clarity, I'll be able to talk to him better now, with more understanding.
She nods.
So, I'm still confused on, one, why I don't remember such a tremendous event, or two, what this mysterious magical artifact was. Well, I'm sure he'll tell me once I get to the Pallid Grove again.
She smiles and goes, I'm sure he will. Whether it's you returning to the Pallid Grove or he comes to visit you here.
Oh, I doubt he'd come here. He's very particular about his hair.
But here in the water, and she kind of runs her fingers through her hair, you get no tangles.
True, but the salt water makes his hair crunchy.
She looks very confused as she touches her hair, and it's very soft looking. Huh. I have never had crunchy hair. Interesting.
I suppose it's just the difference that happens to people who are used to living above ground and those who are used to living under the water.
It's possible.
I'm just
About
imagining out there his brother walking under the water and just leaving behind a trail of carbon dioxide bubbles just coming out. Crunchy water.
about the reading you wish to give me.
Oh, yes.
I do not need a love reading for myself in particular, but I would love to get a reading for Diglis.
Oh, of course.
He's been
I
here.
could kind of understand some of his little quirks, and I'm sure it wouldn't be too difficult to find him a spouse.
You would think, but in all the times he's been here, he just hasn't seemed to find the right one. We've tried talking with many different available women and men in this home, but no one ever seems to suit his fancy. The moment he tries, he just seems to get this faraway look in his eyes. And you just see concern in them.
Maybe there's someone above ground before he came.
I don't think so. He never speaks of them, and when asked, he just simply says he doesn't wish to marry.
Well, that's a very valid answer as well. Some people prefer not to marry.
It doesn't help much with the community, though.
Well, a community is more than people having babies.
Oh, no, we don't need specifically children. There's plenty of children here. It's more of when you have people within the community to share your time together. It makes things nicer.
That is true.
I just don't wish to see him be stuck without anyone by his side.
I can understand that. Right now I'm trying to find the captain someone, and I think it's a little closer to home, though she is quite stubborn.
She sounds like Diglis. Very stubborn indeed. Perhaps
maybe they'd make a good match for each other.
She blinks for a moment and goes, perhaps. Perhaps she has
Arthur wasn't serious at all, and she kind of blinked. She's like, oh, that was a joke.
No, I can see it. His silly little nature and her stubborn attitude, along with his, would work very well. He needs someone to ground him.
Oh,
Or perhaps maybe you, if you are not betrothed.
Oh, well, as you mentioned before, my brother has been looking for many suitors, so who knows? Though for now, I don't have anyone.
When I said many suitors, I did not mean what your brother was looking for.
What?
I'm not sure. There's something about... There's something about you that whispers, many of those are after your hand. Not all of them are ones your brother sees.
That feels quite ominous.
Well, it's... And she kind of raises her hand. It's kind of a thing when it comes to reading past and futures. I will speak more with Vakoto on that matter and see if there's anything he can offer.
That's very kind of you.
I do hope Diglis finds someone, though. Someone who can reel him in when he goes on one of his crazy adventures. Not very good for the community for our headhunter to constantly be drifting in and out of sea.
I can see that.
She gives a smile and says, "You and I share very much the same kind of brain." and I love it.
It is nice to meet someone of fellow mind. Perhaps your god and my lady know each other.
Maybe. Maybe. And she gives like a small smile. As this conversation is going on, Tyrus, you go to find Brooke, and she's just standing at the pier thinking on everything. Did she recognize the voice that growled in her ear?
Yeah. Very familiar voice that she heard several times in her dreams.
Is it a multi-eyed fellow?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But while she's having these thoughts and whatnot, she hears the soft footfalls of Tyrus come up behind her as his steps are kind of cushioned by the water as he comes up. Are you all right?
Kind of. I don't like the fact that she knew about Pex.
Well, that tends to happen when you talk to oracles. Legit ones, anyway.
I've never talked with one, so...
Yeah, no, they can pick up on things that seem impossible to pick up on.
Well, you could tell them things like the fact that your last name is not actually Hasselhoff.
I didn't say that.
If your mother's maiden name is not actually Rashad, if you don't know your mother's maiden name, but you gave the last name Rashad, that kind of gives it away, Tyrus.
Not really, because she could remarry.
Brooke shrugs. I thought, who knows? From what you made it sound like, your father was the only one for her.
No, that's kind of how she was. I do hope that this does mean that she did at least find someone to help her and make her happy.
Who knows? But remember how you, me, and Gadri talked about being 100% honest?
Yes.
Something is in my head and it's not the normal buzzing.
Looks a little worried. And it's not Pex.
No. It's not the Luxon, it is not Pex, it is not the Raven Queen, and it's not Loth, so I think it is... Do you remember Palm de Flora?
The whole island that we sank?
Yes, do you remember the staff?
Yes. The one that we recently found out that you didn't get rid of?
I was going to, but I didn't have time. A lot happened. Right after we got back and I had the staff in my possession throughout the Feywilds, I went to go put it away, and then I was going to go a little more into it when we got teleported into practically the heart of Wildmount. It was the Empire. So, I've had a dream of 3 earrings, and you know that she was tied to Ukatoa.
Yep.
I think I am hearing him growling in my head.
You keep cutting out what?
I think I am hearing him growl in my head.
Okay, that is definitely something different.
Which... Do you remember what happened when you held the staff for the first time?
Kinda, yeah. I remember feeling want to keep the staff.
And then I took it from you and I identified it.
Yeah, I wasn't able to actually fully explore that.
If I don't 100% know if you saw it, but an eye opened up on it and it closed and it hasn't opened since. And it looked like the same kind of thing that was in Three Earrings' hand before she died. And then she went overboard, and then that staff appeared after only a few miles away from where she died, and the crystal was embedded in it. I feel like maybe the artifact that I was going to hand over to Ludinus might have been complete all along. Maybe when you go to check the repairs on the ship, I'll go with you and I'll take a look at the staff again. But for now, I feel like I can't tell if he growled because Vokoto could protect me from him, or if he growled because he was laughing at the fact that they think Vokoto can protect me from him. But he's locked away, after all, so I shouldn't worry too much.
Yes. Well, that doesn't mean he doesn't have influence over the world.
For all we know, this Vokoto fellow is influenced by him. Perhaps I have walked into a huge trap.
I mean, if that's the case, why don't we bring the staff here and use it to our advantage?
It doesn't really do anything.
Not that we know of.
I identified it.
And what'd you identify?
It is a staff to focus magic with. It's a gemstone staff.
And nothing else?
I think it might be cursed, considering it had a compulsion thing over you to want to keep it.
And it didn't have one over you?
No, I don't think I let it get to me like it got to you. You didn't want to let go of it. I had to literally force you to give me it.
I've also not had voices in my head and dreams.
Then maybe it has more of an influence on me now than I think. Who knows? Perhaps I am cursed. Story of my life.
You're only cursed if you believe in
it. You're funny. That's like saying a creature only has possession of your soul if you believe it. She gives you a smirk. Now, I did want to say about your question earlier.
Yes.
I wasn't 100% truthful when I told you that I kissed Gadri at the ball, which I did. I 100% did. But I have a feeling like that wasn't what Gadri was talking about before. I have technically kissed Gadri twice.
Alright.
There was the ball, when I didn't have much of a care or thought. I was just really happy. And then the second time was before we left to the Crab Island. And If I am honest, I don't know why I did it. I just kind of felt like it. I kind of lied to him, though, when I did it. I told him that it was a step for the spell water breathing. I guess he didn't exactly fall for it. At the time, he did.
Smooth.
You know what they say? Bards are so smooth. But, I would have been honest at first, but you kind of asked me in front of Althea, and that was quite awkward.
Yeah, I apologize for that. Blame tired Tyrus.
Sounds like an excuse.
It is. But it's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it.
Tyrus, I know that you have feelings for me. And I know that Gadri has feelings for me. And to be honest, I don't know how I feel towards Gadri. But I've had a lot to think about, and I think I know how I feel about you.
All good, I hope.
This is probably, not exactly what you want to hear when I say this, but I think... And that's where we're going to leave off. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Tyrus just walked off the port that we're on.
I think that, growing up, when I was with Visor and as he was teaching me magic, all he ever did was belittle me and tell me that I wasn't good enough, or the magic that I did was not worthy enough. And I would try for hours, and I would be on my last leg trying to perfect this spell. And even when I did right and I did it perfectly, he would tell me that I did wrong. And it wasn't what he wanted. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't enough. And then I left and I met Tambrix. And at first it was nice. He didn't yell at me. He didn't tell me that I needed to do better, because he was actually impressed by my magic. I was quite surprised. I'd never had anyone who was impressed by that, and I wanted so much to impress him, because the things he could do, I was absolutely amazed about. Especially his spell where he was able to cast a line of fire. Just, I wanted to prove that I could do something like that. And have it come from me. Seeing someone that I admire so much. I wanted to be able to show him that I could do it too. So I worked day and night and in secret and private, and I worked so hard, and then I did it for the first time in the Feywilds. You weren't active at the moment. In fact, you kind of fell out of the sky onto the ground, but you weren't exactly alive, so it probably didn't hurt.
Tyrus didn't fall at this guy.
He fell off something.
He was thrown at some ents and slid down the end.
You were thrown like a duffel bag, essentially. But it probably didn't hurt, and you caused a good distraction, so you definitely helped the team. Sorry.
I mean, hey, at least I'm here.
I mean, when you were dead, you also were the one who got the ability to actually... I don't know if Tambrix ever told you, but he used your dead body to kill the master.
Revenge from beyond the grave.
Exactly. But there was these trees that went out of control, and Anicia tried talking to them, and they didn't listen, and then there was an invisible force that was helping us, and I used the magic for the first time. I looked at Tembrix and I said, I have been practicing, and I used the spell, and I burnt the tree to a crisp. I thought I did so well, and I beamed up at him, thinking that he was going to look at me impressed, or tell me that I did good, and the only thing he said was, could be better. And I realized how badly that kind of thing can affect me, even if it wasn't by Soren who told me that. But you never did that. Teaching me teleportation circle, and seeing my magic, you were actually curious, and you were amazed, and you didn't yell, you didn't gripe, you didn't tell me that I needed to be better, you just supported it. Calmly told me that I needed to try again, and that I could do it this time. And that left a really big impact on me, and I really want to thank you for that.
He just smiles at her warmly as he knows that there's a butt coming somewhere.
And I think growing up, you were the person I really needed. Even when it came to my moms, they seemed to always have an expectation of me that I, as a kid, with everyone from Puerto Montes looking at you like, oh, Wata Janasi, bless the boats, bless my travels. I've always felt a huge amount of pressure. And I didn't feel that with you, and again, thank you. I think you were really the person I needed when I was growing up. Maybe I wouldn't be this stressed out, anxiety-filled mess. And when we went on our date, and I tried talking to you and asking you questions, and when we talked with Solnet and we hung out with him, and you were learning you were learning Undercommon, and I made you call yourself a doofus without you realizing it, and Solnet was laughing. It was nice. But every time I think about it, and I try to find that thought process of being with you in more than a way that I think of you right now, I don't think I can see it. I value... What?
Well, do you know why I want that with you?
I'm not sure.
It's because I want to see you be your best self. I want to give you the world, Brooke. I want to see you smile, see you be happy. I see how hurt you've been. And I just want to help fix that. Help you feel the joy of life, the joy of the things around you. Not have to be worried about being perfect or having to worry about what might be over the horizon that might harm those around us. I've always wanted to help you be your best self because you've helped me be my best self in more ways than one. And that's why I grew fond of you. I was hoping to explore that, but I grew so nervous when we would go on that date, and every time I would try, I just couldn't think of the right things to say that didn't sound right. It didn't sound like it would impress you, or I don't know. You made me nervous. Nervous as hell, Brooke, if I'm going to be honest. but a good nervous. A nervousness of I'd never wanted to fuck up our relationship.
So, when you say you want to give me the world, and the question, and the not really the question, but the statement you made during the date, it made me. And then, when you said that you wanted to give me the world, and you said that I love travel, and then there was hanging out and talking in my room as you were fixing the mirror, and you said that you would be so excited to be able to talk to your past self and learn about the world around you from beforehand, and you were almost envious of this. It made me realize that what you want and what I want are so far apart. It's not even funny. You are charismatic and curious, and you love adventure and travel and seeing the world, and I'm assuming you still want that. You still have many adventures out there that you want to see, many dishes you want to try, and many cultures you would love to explore. But I don't have that in me. I don't like traveling. I don't want the world. I don't ever want to hear from my past selves. I would love to be ignorant of the world around me. I don't want to learn anything from this. And I would hate for you to feel as if to make me happy, you would stop what you want. I don't see you in a way that is romantic. I see you as someone who is my best friend, like my actual best friend. Someone who is always going to be there for me, a teacher, a friend. And the idea of me not knowing what I feel towards Gadri and still telling you that, and still going around with you being this, giving you hope that something is going to happen when I don't feel anything in that way, knowing that you have so many adventures and so many years left in your life to go explore, and I just want to sit down and hold still. If it wasn't for all of this, I wouldn't move. I'd be in one spot with no knowledge of the world, with the world not acknowledging me, and I would hold still and not do anything. You're so full of life, and I don't think I can compliment that life. I don't know if I'm even making sense at this point, but
I can understand where you're coming from. But if that is what you want, then that is what you want.
I don't know what it is when it comes to Gadri, and I feel it's unfair if I pulled you along when I want to explore what this feeling is. And I hate that this is kind of where we're at in this place of all places. But when you hugged me earlier, if I waited any longer, I feel like I would only hurt you more. The last thing I want to do, Tyus, is hurt you.
Gives a small nod as you notice actually he's gone remarkably quiet as you've been talking. kind of like mostly giving nods and simple replies as he's listening to you, what you're saying.
I feel like you deserve someone who shares the same ambition as you, who can travel with you and see the world in the same ways that you want to. I just don't think I can be that person.
Just gives a nod. As I said, if that is what you choose, then I'll support it. And even though it's like through water, it's kind of hard to hear, but his voice does sound a little shaky.
I do see what Nightingale saw in you, Tyrus. You're going to make a wonderful husband and a wonderful father one day.
I hope so. Honestly, I had a lot of hope that it could be with you and Soulnet. My God, you made it so hard to kind of accept this, especially with a cute kid like that. He's extremely precious, and he deserves someone to love him. And I know you might not always think of yourself as the person who can be the one he can turn to, but I know enough of you to know that you would still be a good mother to him.
I hope so. Sometimes I honestly think it'd probably be better if I just left him with Ruby.
He'd want to see you. I could see it when I hung out with you two. He really enjoyed being with you. You gave that boy a life he can love, or he could be happy and feel loved.
Do you
Not
think he
just from
could
me.
tell that my first life was drow?
Possibly. But, I know for a fact that you would be a good mother, even if you don't think you can.
You see, like, she, like, takes a long breath as she goes, the only way to truly know if I can be a good mom is if I actually be a mom. And at the moment, we're kind of stuck in a place where I can't be a mom. I can't even get in contact with him.
Well, that'll be my new goal then. Instead of giving you the world, how's about I help you do something smaller? Maybe a nice little place where you, Soulnet, maybe someone who can love and protect you as much as I have, and who would be happy to ignore the world with you.
Althera. Althera. Oh god, Althera died. Yep, Yerlin killed her. Yerlin is a serial killer.
Yep.
I'm still here.
BRB got ice cream on my hand. This is around the time where your conversation with Yerlin would be ending, and you'd be heading out.
So do I head out and like see this conversation happening?
You head out and you see Brooke and Tyrus talking.
As she
With my
approached,
18... Huh?
I was gonna say, as he approaches, Tyrus is gonna do something. But go ahead.
Okay. What did Tyrus do?
Oh, I was gonna say, with my 18 in insight, can I kind of tell this is a bit of a heavy conversation and stay back for a second?
You don't have an 18 in insight. You have an 18 in passive perception.
That's what I meant.
You can... With an 18 in passive perception and your matchmaking abilities, you can probably...
connection with the goddess of love.
Your matchmaking abilities, as amateur as they get. I'm joking. How
dare you?
You can tell that this is definitely an interesting topic at the moment. And Tyrus, what are you doing?
Tyrus is, after he makes that promise to Brooke, he turns to her and looks, the slight bit of difference down to her, their difference in height. And he just smiles to her. She can see that there is some pain behind those eyes. Before he kind of reaches up and gently clasps the edges of her cheeks. I promise you that I'll do my best to make sure you get your wish at least. And leans in and he gives her a kiss on the forehead before he pulls her into a soft hug.
Brooke will hug him back.
She can feel a bit of extra warmth around her cheek where his eyes are. It's hard to see, but she can definitely feel that there are tears flowing out.
I think once this happens, Althea just kind of quietly walks up behind them and goes, I hope I'm not interrupting something.
No, we just proposed.
Oh, congratulations.
Brooke, as Brooke pulls away and he says that, Brooke's like, yep, first gathering now, Tyrus. The Polly Puddle really is coming true. Out there, it's time for you to marry us. Come on.
What?
Come on, it's time for you to marry us.
We're gonna have a runaway wedding.
Believe me, none of you would. She's like, believe me, none of you would want to deal with the stress that comes with being a noble.
Oh, trust me. I've been there.
So, what should we do now?
Wake Gadry the fuck up.
Yeah.
He needs to understand what the hell is going on.
Well, while you two do that, I'm going to set up a little area where Yerlin told me would be a good place for a matchmaking shop.
You're not actually going to...
I already have a client. So, well, they've given us a job, so yes.
And she just walks over and puts her hands on your shoulders. What did I say about being too trusting?
I thought Tyrus said it was only right if they're repairing our ship that we help out for a day.
I'm trying to stay on their good side, Althea. I don't want them to get too suspicious. I don't want them to be too suspicious that we're catching on that something's off here.
Opening up... I feel like if you go to set up a shop out there, you'll never leave.
I'll leave because you'll leave.
At the very least, or at the most, I should say, lemonade stand.
Oh, it'll be like a small market tent.
So I'm guessing you're going to be heading towards the city?
It'll be easy to pack up. Yes.
Oh dear.
I'll be fine.
Tyrus, maybe you've been to the town area. Maybe you should go with her.
I've also been to the town area.
What?
Yeah,
I told you not to leave the... I told you not to leave this port.
Well, they said that she had some spots that were nice. And I may be good to, be proactive and learn our surroundings.
Now, how about this, Brooke, if you don't mind? Since she does know the way, you and her can go that way, and I'll get Gadri. After all, we do have to have a talk.
Brooke eyes you suspiciously. A talk? About what?
So for the last few times that you and Gadri have been in a room together, it's always ended up very tense.
Yeah?
What does
Just wanna
this
make
talk
sure-
about, Tyrus?
You've always wanted us to have a talk, Brooke. I am at the very least just gonna go wake him up, fill him in on what's happening.
And she, heaves a very heavy sigh. Fine, but I don't like the idea of you not having the ability to communicate with me.
Oh, that's actually, well, not directly. Kind of glances down to Fate.
Here. And she snaps her fingers and Macaron appears.
Oh, hello.
Keep Macaron with you.
Alright. Starts giving Macaron little chin scratches.
Don't burn the tavern down. And don't let Gadri burn the tavern down. And tell Gadri that as captain, I order him not to allow you to tear down... for you to freeze the tavern over.
Trust me. That'd be an impressive feat if we can burn the tavern down in this place. But
I don't know, they cooked a meal and they said with fire.
That's actually a good point. They might have lava vents around here. How's the water feel? Is the water, warm, or is it, cold?
It's comfortable.
Suspicious.
Closer to the tavern, it feels a bit warmer, but nearing your Lynn's place, further away from the tavern, it starts to get a bit colder, but it is in the wintertime.
Gotcha.
And with that, oh, did you want to do something?
Yeah, Tyra's gonna ask, so, I'll go get Gadri. Where do you want us to meet?
I don't know the town area, but... She thinks for a moment, not sure what to say. Tyrus, you know that there is a small sign on Rose's home saying Rose Stitches.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ro is the person who does the clothing of the village. I've never been to the town, so I wouldn't know a place to meet up, and I am assuming out there this is technically your first time visiting, though you were given ideas of where you could set up shop.
There is one place in town I know of.
Raises an eyebrow.
Well, as you know, our hostess has requested that I do not taint the sanctity of a woman's bedroom. So, she brought me to another place to sleep. A honestly quite pleasant gentleman who goes by the name of Ro. He has a shop in town called Rose. What's it called? What's it called again? Rose what?
Rose Stitches.
It's called Rose Stitches. He's a tailor.
She
Are you
nods.
there?
All right. Althera?
Yes?
Let's go.
And Tyrus
Okay.
is left behind by them as he watches his three girls are just walking away.
Wata.
Althera's a little frustrated. As she's walking with Brooke, she's like, I don't need a babysitter.
Brooke raises an eyebrow and goes, "We never said anything about babysitter, but Althera, you... I don't know why you think it's babysitting. I think it's better to think of it as the buddy system."
Well, this only ever seems to happen to me. But Tyrus go on his own. Gadri, Enka, you.
Inca's a special circumstance, and when it comes to Gadri and Tyrus is going to buddy up with Gadri. And when it came to me, all I did was walk out of the shop. I didn't go very far. And plus, I left you alone while we all slept. You got to explore this whole area with the healing elf.
Yes, but only because you were sleeping and you were tired. In all honesty, Captain, it feels like you don't trust me to be on my own.
Well, there's a reason for that. And Brooke's going to reach over, and she puts her hand, 2 fingers underneath the pendant that you have and pulls it a little. So you move a little closer to her, and she's like, "This. I can tell a pendant of detection of where you are. Detections of presence. Because I have one of my own. If something happened to you and you got lost or you got taken, I couldn't find you. Same with me. I don't like going off alone either. Which is why I stuck close to the shop, and when I was going to explore the town, I told you to stay with me. You and me are not detectable by magic means."
Well, I suppose when you put it like that, it makes me feel a little better. And a little less like you see me as a childish woman.
Oh, I see you as childish,
before I set up
but
shop,
not to someone who can't protect themselves.
Hey!
You're a tough child. Very, very tough.
I am a grown woman.
Really?
Yes.
And Brooke puts a hand on her head as they're walking and goes, "Perhaps you can show me how grown and mature you are later."
Well, since we're doing this, I want to stop by the magic shop before we set up my tent. You said maybe they can take one of my rings and turn it into the rings that you use.
See Brooke hold up like move her hand from the top of your head to a salute and goes, "Aye, aye, Captain Althera, leader of the Searing Channel, Brigade. You want me to see how mature you are?
To playfully nudge her.
You want me to see how serious of and mature of a person you are? I put Lilith in charge of the hag thing because that was her quest. This is a quest from the Crab Queen dedicated to you. You're in charge."
Thank you.
But if you get us all stuck in a cult, I swear to God, Althera.
I'm not going to get any of us stuck in a cult. If anything, I'm going to get us on the good side of a cult, which means they will help us.
I'm not sure that makes me feel any better. But sure, we'll stop by the magic shop. Do you know where it is?
I would, wouldn't I? Because I, explored around.
You would know of the area, and if you were aiming to go there before town, you probably asked your Lynn.
Yeah, I did.
So it would be essentially where Tyra started heading. We would be going upward. So
Okay, she's gonna tell Brooke that and start going that way.
as we're passing by the tavern, with message, Brooke kind of points her finger towards the tavern and whispers into a copper wire that she wrapped around her finger to Tyrus, going, Till further notice, Althea is in charge of this mission. You can refer to her as Captain Althea. Or Captain Diora, if you wish.
And Tyson flies back. We're not going to get stuck in a cult, are we?
Brooke looks at Althea, and Althea, she can't. This isn't a mind thing. She's saying it all out loud as she looks at her and goes, "According to Captain Diora, we are going to get on the good side of a cult."
It's here a very deep, long.
And that's. Aye, Brooke.
Aye, Brooke.
And that is where we're going to leave off as the party splits up a little bit more.
Althea casts Mind Sliver on Tyrus at the highest level. That guy.
Hey, you ran off. It was like looking at all the pretty things, okay?
Anyway, thank you all.
Observant.
Thank you all so much for joining us. And who knows, next time you're on the boat, maybe you'll find the now 2 mimics that are on there.
Yeah, I love mimics.
I also wanted to, just for the laughs, at the very end of that long groan and aye, Brooke, she just hears, "Yes, ice, that's what I said." And no further context.
Anyway, I hope you all have a good night. Have a good day, night, whatever time it is for you. Keep your eye out for Wednesday. We should be having Phoenix by night. And then Tuesday, don't forget to stop by Mellow the Fairy here on Twitch. I will be playing, you will see Nevi and me playing Mellow's Yu-Gi-Oh! Campaign. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Friday, there will be no Pathfinder, for I am running my private Witchlight game. But do keep your eye out in the future. Some point during the Searing Channel arc, we might just see a small story play out from the viewpoint of our lovely Inca. Good night, everyone!
Good night.
Good night.
Do we need a raid target?